following NHTV production is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not, full-service flower shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home. Hello and welcome to Mike Vanacore Field. It is senior night here for North Haven High School football, Friday Night Football on NHTV. My name is Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. If I sound like I'm losing my words, if I feel like it sounds like that I'm slurring a little bit, it's because it's freaking cold out.
It's a little cold here.
It's a little cold.
Just a little bit.
Temperatures tonight below freezing. Trevor, what does that mean for both the Indians and the Jesuits?
Oh, it's very simple. These are two teams that are going to run the football, and this is the perfect. And I love this weather. I know people go nuts about this, and hey, we live in the Northeast. This is the weather. I know, what was it, a week ago it was 70, I believe, or
Almost
something like
70.
that? And this week it's 30, and even going to get colder as the night goes on with the wind. These are two teams that love to run the football. North Haven almost to 300 yards, with Prep averaging about 230, so this is just the type of game they want. You're not going to see a lot of throwing the football possibly from both teams. You're going to see a lot of running the football. It's going to be a heck of a game. I cannot wait for this game.
Now, Trevor, we already mentioned it's senior night here at Mike Vanacore Field. The last time the North Haven Indian seniors will be stepping on foot at this field. It might not be the last game they play, because if they win tonight, they're in the Class L playoffs.
They're almost a guarantee, yes. They have to just keep doing, like I said last week, just keep doing their job. They got a golden opportunity of playing a double L team, so this is going to be huge for the resume builder as well. Then you'll play Amity on the Thanksgiving in 2 weeks. But focus on Prep. They're ready. I watched during pregame. They're chirping. They're ready to go. They got the little tent over there. They got to stay warm, but they are ready to go. These teams don't like each other. This is going to be just your typical SEC bloodbath type of game. It's going to be a heck of a game. Like I said earlier, I'm excited for this game. I wish I was playing. During pregame, I was going nuts. I wish I was playing in this game.
Now, before we went on the air, Trevor, you mentioned to me that when you were on this field playing for the Indians and it was cold like this, you wore short sleeves. What is wrong with you?
I'm crazy. I know. I'm very different. But it's a shot. I always thought if you wore long sleeves, I always thought it was like a sign of weakness. You got to come out. I know it's cold. You feel uncomfortable. But all it takes is running down the field, hitting somebody, and then all that goes away. And then the blood's pumping, and you don't feel anything from here on out. And that's what's going to happen with this game. There's going to be hits. They're going to be running the football. Those defense and offensive lines, trust me, they're going to get their work cut out for both teams. It's going to be an exciting game with both. I just want to see which defensive line or which offense overall, both lines, which is going to be the X factor. That's the ultimate X factor in this game, is whose line is going to win this game for their team. Because, like I said, North Haven's not a throwing team. Prep is not a throwing team. They don't even average. I think both teams are under 100 yards passing during this season. So which offensive line and defensive line are going to win for their team?
Now, last week, you mentioned the passing game, or lack thereof, for North Haven. Yeah. Only 2 pass attempts last week for 2 touchdowns. Obviously, much different situation here. You're probably not going to see the passing game at all. But if you do, I mean, that ball is going to be very hard tonight, and your hands are going to be numb.
Well, it's not even about the cold. It's just look around. The wind. It's windy, and that's why it's so cold. If it was not windy tonight, it probably would be 30 and a comfortable 30, but with this wind, the wind chill is making it in the 20s. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to hold the football. I was holding during pregame. It was hard to hold the football. But, yeah, last week I said I want to see some more passes. But with the type of team that you're playing like Prep, they run the football, you run the football, and there's a dose of many running backs on both teams that you're going to be seeing splitting the carries tonight. And that's the thing. Like last week we saw Zach Orth. You know, he had that massive game. Mark Montano had his he did his job defensively, but who's going to be the major player tonight for the Indians? Whereas Prep has a bunch of running backs that they can rely on. Both teams are very similar. I mean, they're both competing for a playoff spot. Prep is 7-1. Last time they lost was 2 months ago to Shelton.
A team that North Haven lost to.
Exactly. They're on a 5-game winning streak, and North Haven is 6-2 and getting hot at the right time. Both teams are hot. It's just, is the cold gonna affect either one of these teams? I don't think so. I think these coaches have these teams both prepared. It's gonna be a great SEC matchup, my friend.
You're not going to see a lot of mercury and the thermometers tonight. In just a minute, we'll have the senior night ceremony, and then it's kickoff. North Haven Indians, Fairfield Prep Jesuits, only here on NHTV. Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not, full-service flower shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
A captain, number 2, Corbin Pecora, escorted by his parents, Jackie and Chris. Number 3, Kyle Pearson, escorted by his mom, Carissa. Number 4, Brendan Ziax, escorted by his parents, Susan and Bob.
Yellow Floyd, Bob! Yeah, right,
And his brother Michael was also there. I'm sorry about that. The captain, number 6, Mark Montano, escorted by his parents Leslie and David and his brother Michael. Number 9, Jack Clapp, escorted by his parents Jen and Jim. Number 15, Stephen Irby, escorted by his parents Charlene and Kevin. Number 21, Jack Corniello, escorted by his parents Emma and Tony. Number 23, Joe Gargano, escorted by his parents Maria and Ed. Number 24, Jared Signor, escorted by his parents Cheryl and Paul. Number 33, Zach Orr, escorted by his parents Janice and Danny and his sister Emily. Number 44, Vincent Campagnolo, escorted by his parents Jill and Vincent. Number 54, Joe DePrimo, escorted by his parents Diane and Sal. Number 56, Eric Millar, escorted by his parents Anne-Marie and Rodney. Number 72, Luigi Coppola, escorted by his parents Angela and Lee, and his sister Rita. Number 73, Pat Edwards, escorted by his parents Naomi and Pat. Number 79, Henry Pearson, escorted by his parents Hillary and Eric and his sister Evie. Number 80, Stephen Chamberlain, escorted by his parents Margaret and Peter. Number 83, Matt Peel, escorted by his parents Krista and Mike and his brother Michael. And last but not least, honorary teammate Barry Gentile, escorted by his parents Lisa and Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, the North Haven High School football senior class.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop,
HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home. Vanacore Field for North Haven High School football on NHTV. My name is Michael Valenti. Trevor Keys will be with me at the start of kickoff. We're about 20 minutes left before our kickoff tonight, and North Haven is squaring off against the Fairfield Prep Jesuits in a huge game for both teams. North Haven with a win will most likely lock their position in the Class L playoffs with a win against Fairfield Prep because they will get 110 tiebreaker points by beating a team in the Class Double L, and also 70 points for the amount of wins that they get from Fairfield Prep that they have this year. So how this all works with the tiebreakers, you get 100 points for beating teams in your same division. You get 90 points for a class below, 80 points for the class 2 classes below, and then 110 points for a class above, 120 for 2 classes above, 130 for 3 classes above. Right now, North Haven is a Class L, so the only class above them is Class Double L. So that is how that works. Currently, North Haven sits at the number 7 seed in the Class L standings. So with a win, most likely clinching that at least 7th spot in the Class L tournament, they could climb up with some couple one-loss teams held on there. And also with a loss against Fairfield Prep tonight, they could most likely be taken out of the playoff picture with having 3 losses. Right now, North Haven sitting at 6-2. So that is where we're standing right now with the Class L standings. And throughout the night, we will try to get updates with you on the Class L tournament teams that are still involved in the hunt, the teams that are above North Haven, the teams that are below North Haven, and everything in between. So, Trevor,
Yes, sir.
as you just walk back into the booth trying to get reacclimated to the cold,
Yeah, my hands, I've been warming them up a little bit.
take us through, you know, you're in situations where your team was in the playoff hunt.
Yep.
Where, you're at the senior night, playoff implications. What would you tell yourself back then, now, saying the seniors here focusing on it's their last night, they could be heading to the playoffs. Like, there's a lot of emotions tonight for these seniors.
Well, it's funny because my senior year, we lost the first game of the year to Hill House. So every game for the rest of the season was a 1-game playoff, but I always just took it as 1 game. You can't think about anything else. You can't think about the playoffs. You can't think about Amity. You have to think, like we're going to quote the great Bill Belichick. Like he said, we're on to Cincinnati. They're on to the Prep. That's all you have to focus on. Don't worry about the cold. Don't worry about the playoffs. Don't worry about the standings. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about any other team in the state other than the North Haven Indians.
As you see right here, this is something new that I've never seen at Mike Vanacore Field. It's like a collage of the seniors on.
And Coach Agnella's in there
And
by
Coach
any chance.
Agnella right in the middle.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before on the field to represent the seniors, and it is a great senior class. I mean, throughout the last 2 or 3 years, not only have these seniors been a part of a successful season this year, but last year a lot of them contributed to the season. 2 years ago, a couple of them as sophomores were part of that unbelievable team. So, it's a lot of memories that.
But that's also the great fans. I mean, if we got a wide shot of the whole field and just like the senior numbers and like you just said with the collage right there that we're seeing, just look at the shot right there. I mean, what they did for these fans of North Haven, it's awesome. It's amazing what the fans of North Haven have done and how much they care about this football program. And you're just seeing it by the way this field is showing, and I love it. I mean, there's nothing better than it's senior night. And for most of these seniors, this is going to be the last game at Mike Vanacore Field. So guess what? Leave it all out on the field. Don't come out of this game with the question, what if? Just do your job and have fun. That's it. I know it's cold, but this is it. This is already your first playoff game. Think about it like that. You're playing a team that's fighting for the playoffs as well in prep. They're 7-1 right now. They're right in the mix in the Class L standings right now. This is your first playoff game. Just go have fun. Don't have the regret of saying, what if?
Now, with the cold and...
It's not bad now. I mean, we're inside now. We're warm.
We're inside now, so we're somewhat toasty. They're not.
Yeah.
In fact, I was talking to some of the people here in the press box about the situations with the teams at halftime. And it turns out that how Fairfield Prep at halftime, they're going to be warming up in their buses that they traveled in.
Well, if you can see by that shot right there, you can see that they actually have a tent. They have a whole, I don't know what's in that tent right now, but you've been seeing players go in there. They're just trying to stay warm. They're trying to just get out of with the cold right now. And right there, you're seeing it with the tent and then with the bus thing. That's actually interesting, or what you said, because I didn't even know that. So, I mean, they're taking serious caution with this weather. I mean, I almost thought I was going to get frostbite at the pregame.
Yeah.
My hands were almost purple. They still are right now. They're red right now, but it is a cold one tonight. But don't let that affect them.
And of course, with it being senior night, you still get a good turnout from the crowd here.
Oh, yeah.
And, I never took part in a senior night. Obviously, never playing football here.
You were on the band. You were doing the band, right? You were on the band? No, you weren't on the band?
No, I didn't do marching band. I was in the jazz combo my senior year.
Yeah, I got you.
Playing a little guitar and a little drums.
Of course you were.
No, I never did any of that stuff. And
Yeah.
But it's just being a part of this broadcast for the last 3 or 4 years, Trevor. It's amazing how far this program has come.
That's true.
And just when I was a senior, I think there might have been like 10 or less seniors.
Well, think about it. I mean,
there's a lot of involvement this year. And I mean, we just had about a 10-minute senior.
I was looking. I couldn't believe how many seniors are on. This is a big senior class. And even when you were in high school and our brothers were playing, I mean, they had small senior classes, but just like they had good crowds, but they would never compete. And now it's just like they got everything. It's completely new kind of philosophy here in North Haven. It's an awesome. I mean, this was once a baseball town, and now I'm starting to see maybe football is starting to take over as the big brother. I mean, I know baseball. This has always been a baseball town with Coach DeMayo, but now with the football program growing and continuing to improve and be one of the upper echelon teams in the state, this is just one of the things you're seeing. The field, the support from the fans, and now with us, we've been doing this for what, 2 or 3 years together, I believe. Is it 3 years? It's been 3 years, and you continue to see. They've had, other than last year, they had a down year, but they have competed in every game, and and this is always one of the most fun teams to watch in the state, and you're seeing it with Coach George DeMayo in the press box with us as well. You got Channel 3 come here, you have Channel 8 come here, you have Game of the Week. I mean, they've been on multiple Game of the Week, and that's just the show for what Coach Agnella and this program as a whole has done. And it's an awesome feeling because when I was a senior, I played 7 years ago. I'm 25 now. This is my birthday. It's crazy to think. And when I was 18, we really, my junior year, we really started making North Haven noticeable. And now you're just seeing that, guess what? Another year, and the North Haven Indians continue to compete, and they're there to stay.
As you see right now, the North Haven Indians coming out from the locker room into the field for the last-minute warm-up. We'll take a short break here, and when we come back, we'll have the out-of-town schedule and see how it will affect the North Haven Indians and their Class L tournament standings. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
And we're back here at Mike Vanacore Field just about 10 minutes ago before kickoff. North Haven Indians against the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. And a lot of games tonight will affect the Class L standings as we look at the schedule for tonight. Bunnell, who is currently in the mix of all those 6-2 teams, they are on the road tonight against the 6-2 Newtown High School team. We also have Branford at 1-7. They're on the road tonight. We have Sheehan at 7-1 against East Haven at 1-7. Those are, outside of Class L, but some other local teams. Mussick at 8-0 on the road tonight against the 3-5 New Milford team. They'll most likely extend their season to 9-0. New Canaan, the reigning champions in the Class L playoffs last year, they are home tonight against Fairfield Ludlow, who's 1-6 this year. New Canaan at 6-2. So that's one of those teams. If North Haven falls, New Canaan, who's just behind them in the standings, will take advantage. Yes, they only get 10 points for the one win of Ludlow, but they also get the 100 points for the same division. So all these tiebreaker points there, it's very confusing. It's more confusing than the BCS sometimes.
The BCS, yeah. To say, New Canaan looks like they should win tonight. Like I said, just do your job. Don't worry about anybody else. Worry about the North Haven Indians and worrying and taking care of business against the Jesuits of Fairfield Prep. This is a big game, double L. It's going to be big points. You win here, you're more than likely looking like you're going to be in the playoffs. So just do your job. Pretty much plain and simple, self-explanatory for the Indians. Do your job.
So just about 8 minutes ago until kickoff, Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. Last-minute warm-ups here. As you get closer and closer to kickoff, Trevor, do the nerves kick in on senior night?
I'm excited. My senior day, it wasn't a senior night. My senior day was on Thanksgiving. So, I was always excited. In a game like this, I had a game similar to this my senior year against Lyman Hall. They were 7-1. We were 7-1. They came in, they were chirping, they were talking a lot all during the week. Prep has been doing it like they are doing it right now. As you can see right now, they're right on the NH signal. If you see at midfield right now, Fairfield Prep is right on the mid 50-yard line right now. So the Indians, they're not going to talk. They're going to do their talking on the field. That's what the North Haven Indians do best, and that's because of the coaching staff that they have. And they continue to just... They don't like this type. They don't like that funny business. They don't like to talk, and they just come in, be professional. But when it comes out into the field and that clock starts to hit, it ain't no more time for being professional. It's time to go to work, boys.
So the full Class L standings, we have 4 teams that are undefeated right now: Windsor, Massac, Middletown, and Fitch. The top 3 are 8-0, and Fitch playing tonight against East Lyme. That's a big game.
That's a massive game for both teams. Because I believe East Lyme is still in before North. Are they ahead of them or behind?
No, East Lyme is currently coming off their bye. They're 5-2, playing Fitch tonight. So if they could pull an upset, that's huge in the tiebreaker situations. And at 7-1, we have Hand. They are on the road tomorrow against Cross. That's another big game. Yes. A 6-win team in the Class Double L. Maloney will be playing Conrad tonight. That's a 5-win double L team. So a lot of double L teams that are...
So those are the current up-to-date
standings. North Haven at number 7 against Fairfield Prep tonight. We already know that. Bunnell on the road against Newtown, a 6-win double L team. East Lyme, we already mentioned, against Fitch, a 7-win, 7-0 team in this Class L division. So one of those teams is going to get either a loss, and the other one is going to get a win there. So Fitch can either drop to 7-1, or East Lyme will be taken out completely.
But that all doesn't matter if the North Haven Indians don't come into this game and do what they have to do. All that just thrown out the window. All it takes is this is an elimination game for both teams.
Bristol Central at 6-3. They are playing Bristol Eastern tonight, so they're also part of the mix. So we're at the coin toss right now. Mark Montano, senior captain there. And 4 captains for Fairfield Prep. See who wins the toss. North Haven won the toss. They defer, so they will be on defense to start the night.
And I was a starting defensive end. I loved it. When I saw that sign, there was nothing better. It's time to go to war, boys. That's what I'm saying right now to myself. If you're a North Haven Indian and you're a Fairfield Prep player, it's time to go to war.
So North Haven wins the toss. They defer the kickoff to the second half. Fairfield Prep will start with the ball. You see the teams wild up one last time before kickoff. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, it's opening kickoff, Friday Night Football, Senior Night on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop,
High School Band under the direction of Mr. Pam Tedeschi. The officials for tonight's game, the referee is Chuck Donovan. The linesman, Mike Lindbergh. Along with Roy Haynes. The back judge, Jonathan Fiora.
Senior night here at Mike Vanacore Field. The Fairfield Prep Jesuits on the road here against the North Haven Indians. Winner is going to improve in their standings in their class.
And
North
their
Haven,
resume.
and their resume. North Haven trying to go to 7-2 tonight, most likely locking their bid in the Class L standings, while Fairfield Prep in the Class Double L standings trying to lock their place in.
It's going to be a fun one.
Once again, North Haven won the toss, but they deferred it over to Fairfield Prep, so they will kick things off. And it will be DeCarlo, who had some tough time kicking extra points last week, kicking it off for...
I believe they had the backup in as well.
They brought the backup in later on in the game, so...
We'll see how that comes into play as well. Special teams always is a big factor in a game,
Phil-
especially with a type of game like tonight.
Will Lucas back to receive the return. DeCarlo will be kicking from our left, going to right. Here's the kick, and it's a short kick, picked up around the 24-yard line, breaking through, and he's got room to the 50, to the 45, and brought down cross midfield to the 43-yard line. Not a great start there for North Haven.
Yeah, that's not the start you want to have, but hey, they saw a lane. A truck could have went right through there. You gotta stay in your lanes. You gotta not over pursue right there, and that's what happened. And the big guy exploited the big hole right there. So great start for the Fairfield Prep Jesuits.
So like North Haven, the Jesuits have a plethora of running backs, starting with Connor Boyle. Then you got Douglas Harrison, Will Lucas, Justin Keith, Sean Nelson, Anthony Mastroni, and Phil DeJesus.
That's a lot of running backs.
And they also have two quarterbacks listed, Will Lucas and John Paul Irapoli. The 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Will Lucas behind center. Man in motion. Takes it himself. Finds a hole. and gets about 9 on the play. So a good run there to start off for Fairfield Prep.
I mean, Lucas came into this game averaging 300 yards passing through the air, but as well 300 on the ground. So he's a dual threat type of quarterback. You saw the motion right there, kind of probably confused the North Haven defense right there. But the big guy, Will Lucas, seeing the hole and exploiting it once again so far for the North Haven defense.
A second and short situation for Fairfield Prep, wearing white jerseys with red numbers, red pants. North Haven in all maroon tonight with white numbers. Lone back behind him. Hand off up the middle. And he's got the first down. Breaks a couple tackles, like he's going to break free to the 10, 5, touchdown. Anthony Mastroni from 36 yards out, and Fairfield Prep with the early lead.
And that is the way that the Fairfield Prep Jesuits wanted to start, and not the way the North Haven. That is a big human being as a running back. They had him in the backfield, but guess what? Being the great back that he is right there, kept turning his feet, and you saw right there, he was not going down. He will not be denied. And right off the start, the Fairfield Prep Jesuits, just like that, off to a quick 6-0 lead. Very impressive right now. See how North Haven recovers from this early start from the Fairfield Prep Jesuits.
It will be Boot to kick the extra point. Through the uprights and good. So with that,
just like that.
Not even a minute into this game, and North Haven is behind 7-0. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
A 36-yard run gives Fairfield Prep a 7-0 lead. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. Squib kick here. They don't want to give it to the returners for North Haven, and it's on the ground, staying on the ground. Eventually picked up there for North Haven.
Definitely not the start you want to see. They look like they're not in sync right now defensively, special teams wise. We getting the big hole right there to start for Fairfield Prep, and then the big run as well. Definitely not the start Coach Agnello wants to see from his boys.
But just like Fairfield Prep, North Haven has their plethora of running backs, leading with Mark Montano, Zach Orth, Brendan Zayax will probably get some playing time tonight in his senior night, Devin Brockham, Noah Pastor, and Seamus Meehan. First down, and he's hit from behind the line of scrimmage, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Well, that's the bread and butter. 48, they're going to run that play to success, and that's what they do. They will continue to run that play. It doesn't matter. That is their bread and butter. They lean on that. That is the backbone of their offense. But great start from Fairfield Prep so far, really shutting down the offensive line of the North Haven Indians. And you got some big boys on this Fairfield Prep. Look at the size of these guys. These are some big boys right here. So North Haven has their hands full for this Fairfield Prep defense. They're here and they're hungry.
2nd and 7, single wing offense for North Haven. Direct snap, hand off to Brockham. And he's going to go nowhere. Fairfield Prep definitely prepared for this single wing offense.
And did you see who made the play? Also the same guy that had the touchdown, too. They looked like they had the hold. They sealed them outside. You had the hold, but number 9 getting off the block and making the big play as well. Great start from the big guy as well. Fairfield Prep, definitely the coaching staff for Fairfield Prep has got to be happy right now. Coach Agnello, definitely not in the situation they want to be right now. 3rd and 7. Is definitely not the type of situation they want to be in. They don't like these long situations. Let's see what the North Haven Indians do here.
3rd and 7, they look to pass. The pass incomplete. And Mastroni there with the hit intended for Devin Brockham.
It looks like they had him open, but great play of really reading that from the start and coming down and making the play. They like to run that corner route towards the boundary right there. So a great play from the Fairfield Prep Jesuits, and they're going to get the ball back again. So let's see how this North Haven defense handles adversity already early in this game.
So they go back to punt. Good hang time there, but angled and will bounce out at around the 37-yard line. Stephen Irby will be punting tonight for North Haven.
And North Haven has to keep their heads up. I mean, yes, they're down 7-0, but this is a long game. This is a big game. We got to see how this team handles adversity. And you're down 7-0. You give up the big play on special teams, and then the rushing touchdown. Offensively, wasn't working right from the start, but hey, it happens. They're not going to score every drive. But let's see how they come back right here. I hope to see, hopefully, Coach Agnella and Coach Velarde really got into these guys, especially for the defensive line, because they're going to run the football. And if North Haven can't stop them, it's going to be a long night for the Indians.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 backs each on the side of the quarterback, and that's a handoff. Crossing the 40-yard line, just shy of the 45-yard line. Justin Keith, just to add to the plethora of the Fairfield Prep running backs there with the run.
And this is what they're going to do. They're going to have a lot of pro set type of offense. They're also going to be running a lot of the spread offense. So they're going to have to deal with multiple type of formations right here. And you just saw they have the plethora of running backs. That's like the word of the day, because they have so many running backs who can get the ball. And that's just one of the big guys that they have for this Fairfield Prep Jesuits. But a nice job. I mean, if you could hold them to 4 to 5 yards, it's not the worst thing. But Prep will take a 2nd and 5, a more manageable down.
2nd and 5, man in motion. And a flag on the play before the snap. Looks like we might get an illegal procedure against Fairfield Prep. Yes, it will be illegal procedure. So the 5 yards that they got on first down, they'll lose right back. It'll be 2nd and 10. So the defense for North Haven getting a break there.
And right now from the start, so far throughout the start of the game, they'll take anything they can get.
Second and 10 from the 38-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us here on Facebook Live or on NHTV, handoff there, trying to cross field and go to the edge, and he can't get there. That was Connor Boyle with the carry. I believe that was Stephen Chamberlain, the man that caused the loss of yards.
It looks like number 13 of the Indians took a bad angle right there. It looks like he was not going to be able to make the play, but just a great play. He came out of nowhere, shot it out of cannon, and that's a huge play for the Indians right there. That's a big boost right there. And a big 3rd and 11 right now coming up early in this game already. I want to see how Fairfield Prep handles these types of situations. We talk about North Haven not being, these are the tough situations for North Haven. I want to see how Prep handles these tough situations in 3rd and 12s, long distance plays right now. So this is a big play for both teams.
3rd and 11. Goes the pass. He's being pressured. Can he get to him? Misses the sack. Pass is thrown, and it's intercepted. Mark Montano, the senior, crosses midfield to the 45, 44, 43, brought down right there.
And that is definitely the play that the North Haven Indians can really turn this game just like that. And Mark Montano, the senior captain, his senior night, what else is new? He does whatever he wants to do. He's one of those great ball players. But a bad throw by Will Lucas. If I was him, I would have probably just taken maybe the sack or thrown the ball away or take as many yards as you can. Never want to throw the ball across the field, and that's what he did. There was nobody in the area. Just a great play for Mark Montano and a huge boost of confidence for the North Haven Indians.
1st and 10. Orth spins, goes up the middle, gets to the 2nd level, and to the 40-yard line where he's hit there.
And this is one of the plays that they had most success last week against Foreign. It was that fake motion, what they like to call it calls the 45, as they like to call it in this offense. And Zach Orth, who has been a beast of a runner this year, he's really taken the lead as just give me the ball and I'll lead you to the promised land. And he's really done that with the absence of Corbin McCora. So hey, you'll take yards. You'll take 4 to 5 yards. This is the type of game that the North Haven Indians want to do, ground and pound, and they're going to trip away from the clock. This is what they want to do. So it's a good start for the North Haven Indians, and in great field position too.
North Haven calls a timeout. Coach Sagnell did not like the offense he saw there, so we'll take a break here. 7-0 Fairfield Prep. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers. Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop. HB Communications. And North Haven Funeral Home.
Coming out of the timeout, 2nd and 6 from the 40-yard line. Direct snap to Orth as he goes around the edge to the far side. Finds around the tackle, breaks free. He has the first down, a little extra. Crosses the 30-yard line and he steps out of bounds. A great run there inside the 20 for Zach Orth.
Well, if you saw before even the play, Fairfield Prep shifted towards the strength of the offense right there, but just a better execution by the North Haven Indians. Great blocking right there, the lead blocks right there, and led for the great back in Zach Orth, and finding and having the great vision that he has, and finding the hole and getting a huge run for the Indians. And this is what we're used to seeing from the North Haven Indians.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after the run by Zach Orth. Direct snap goes to Mark Montano up the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Mark Montano makes it 7-6.
And you could see how the emotion that he just showed right there, that's what they need. That's the confidence booster that they need. You saw Prep kind of pursue on that, some of the defensive linemen coming up the field, and the hole was there. And Mark Montano, being the quick back that he is, and being able to get through that hole. And also, you saw the little power right there, breaking some tackles and getting in the end zone. And this is what I expected to see from the North Haven Indians. So how did they deal with the adversity? I guess they did a pretty good job, to say the least. Mark Montano with the big turnover, and the North Haven Indians go right down and score as well.
DeCarlo just makes the extra point there and ties this game at 7.
That could be a factor coming into play, especially with this weather. It's 7-7. You just said he just made it. We don't know how that's going to be come later in the game.
7-7 the score. Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications.
Tied at 7 after the 20-yard touchdown run from senior Mark Montano, set up by himself on the interception earlier in this quarter. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Key. Senior night here at Mike Vanacore Field as DeCarlo kicks off for the second time tonight. This one a booming kick. This one a little deeper than last time. Will be returned to the 25-30. Ball is loose on the ground. Does he get it in bounds? No, it went out of bounds before diving on the ball. Brockemer almost getting there.
Almost.
But squeals out of bounds in time.
I mean, you almost saw some holes again right there. I mean, North Haven, you could see Sags is not happy with the special teams so far. They're giving up the big holes, and Prep almost broke another big one right there, and luckily they got the ball out of bounds. So let's see how North Haven's defense comes back after the turnover, and how does Fairfield Prep handle their own adversity as well with the pick and giving up the score to tie this game. This is a big drive for both teams. I know it's early in the game, but hey, it's 7-7. Both teams are going back and forth, keep punching each other in the mouth. It's just who's going to really establish, especially in the trenches.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. Taking it himself is Will Lucas. Stephen Irby is there with a couple other players from the tribe, and they stop him for a gain of 3 yards on the play.
Well, they weren't weak side right there. They had the block, number 9 with the big block as well, holding the defensive end, keeping them there. But the North Haven Indians swarming down, and that was led by number 15, the senior, Stephen Irby, who's had a heck of a year so far with the passing game and defensively, being a great outside backer and just making plays, and that's what you just saw right there. And then more of the tribe coming in. We haven't really said much of that, but that's going to be a huge part. They're flying to the ball, trying to cause turnovers, and that's what we just saw right there from the North Haven Indians.
2nd and manageable. Mastroni piling through that defense, and he's got the first down.
What did Chris Berman used to say? What is it? Rumbling,
Rumbling,
bumbling?
bumbling, stumbling.
That's what he's been doing so far. This is a big guy. You can't hit a big guy high. He will run you over. You have to hit a guy like that low. If you continue to hit him high, he's going to put you on your back. You got to hit him low, and you could see he continues to turn his feet, and that's why he just got another big first down for the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. So
Mastroni could end up with a big day tonight here if they continue to feed him the ball.
I mean, the Indians right now, so far that we've seen, defensively and offensively, they have no answer for the big guy.
3 wide receivers on the far side. Mastroni sits behind Lucas on first down. Handed off to Mastroni. Gets around the tacklers, gets to the 50-yard line, passes midfield, and is dropped at the 48-yard line.
Michael, why stop anything? Oh, and it's still continue to work. The Indians can't stop it. He had the touchdown. He just got a first down, and he just got another 6 to 7 solid yards. If they have no answer for him, keep feeding him the ball. And that's what you're seeing from the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. He's had the most success running the football on this North Haven defense. I hope that maybe we'll see more blitzes, some kind of difference right now, because the 3-man line right now is not getting the job done so far through these first 2 drives of the Indians.
2-back shotgun formation for Fairfield Prep here on second down. Handoff, up the middle, slips on the ground, and gets a yard on the play.
And if he doesn't slip, he might have had a hole right there. You saw the defensive end come too far upfield right there. If he doesn't slip and he sees that little hole, he could bounce it back or cut it back and probably get a big first down right there. But luckily he did fall. And now it's a third down, a big 3rd and 4 early on in this game for the Indians. So let's see how the North Haven defense, the defensive line specifically, really has to step up. Don't be surprised if the big guy's getting the ball right now for the Jesuits.
Again, 2-back formation. Mastroni's not on the field on this play. Handoff again, gets around the edge, has the first down, and a little extra hit out of bounds to the 40-yard line. So they pick up 7 on the third down, moving the chains for a first down.
And Stephen Irby did have to play in the backfield, and that's 2 drives in a row that we've seen the Indians bad tackling right now, bad form of tackle, or the 3rd drive, I should say. Sorry about that. The 3rd drive, bad form of tackling so far. And Stephen Irby did have to play in the backfield for a big loss, but number 21, very similar to the big guy, continues to turn his feet. And guess what? It's another first down for the Jesuits. So the Indians have no answer for this run game, and they're going to continue to run the football down their throat, kind of like what North Haven does.
1st and 10. Another handoff here, same exact play, and gets about 3 on the play.
Well, like I just said, they're going to continue to run. They're not going to do anything pretty. They're not going to do anything different. If you can't stop them, why change anything up? And that's what they're going to continue to do right now. You could see that the defensive line of North Haven is getting tired. You're seeing subs come in and out every time. Usually North Haven's doing that to teams, but Prep is doing that now to the Indians. And you're seeing it by them just going right down the field so far.
2nd and 7 after the 3-yard run. Again, another run to the far side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't go towards, they went towards the sideline right there. I'm surprised they didn't go to the other side right there just because of the short field against them. They ran the basic zone read, so great job of North Haven of sealing the edge right there and really not getting anything. And that was one of the better stops from the North Haven defense so far through this game, and probably one of the bad runs so far for the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. So this is another big 3rd down. And let's see, are they going to have to throw the ball now? Once we already saw a 3rd and 11 turn into a turnover for the Jesuits. Let's see what happens on this 3rd and 9 now.
2-yard loss. And some confusion there on the offense for Fairfield Prep. So they will take their first timeout. And we'll take a timeout here too with 3:09 to go in the first quarter. Tied up at 7. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, And
3rd and 9 out of the timeout, tied at 7 with 3:09 to go. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys for this Friday Night Football senior night.
Friday night finale at Vanacore Field.
Lucas takes it himself, hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down.
By Jack Clapp.
Jack Clapp, the senior linebacker, had a big interception last week, has a big tackle for a loss this week.
He's had a heck of a year this year. He really came into his own this year. I mean, you didn't know what you were going to get from Jack Clapp. He was one of those unproven guys, but he has really set the tone. He's been one of the tone setters for this North Haven defense, and you could see right there what a big play right there. Surprising call from the Fairfield Prep Jesuits as well. Maybe they didn't like the feeling of throwing the ball, especially with the turnover coming the last time they threw the ball. So great stop by the North Haven defense.
The punt, a short one, and sits right at the 20-yard line. Not bad field position for North Haven here. With a little over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And after what looked like a first drive that looked like it was going to be a long night for North Haven, they answered back with an interception. Back-to-back 20-yard runs, one from Orth, one from Montano, leading to a touchdown. Nice defensive stop there for North Haven.
Very true.
The only question they have to answer now is, are they going to be able to stop Anthony Mastroni? Because he's got the size that North Haven just can't match right now.
Right now, but they got to hit him low. You can't hit a big guy up high. You'll never be able to take him down. You got to hit him low, and he's going to continue to have success if they continue to hit him high.
Mark Montano picks up 12 on first down. Moves the chains.
And now we're starting to see more confidence in the North Haven offensive line. They're starting to get the push that they've been needing, and you're seeing it right there by the big chunk of yards that you continue to see from Mark Montano. Last week it was Zach Orth with the big game, and we're starting to see Mark Montano really put a stamp in this game so far for the North Haven Indians.
Montano with Zach Orth behind the line of scrimmage here as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Montano fakes the run, tries to drop back, and he's sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
I mean, in a tough situation like that, there was nothing covered downfield. I mean, Fairfield Prep, great job with the coverage. There was nothing open downfield. They were looking to one of the tight ends, Jack Clapp, Stephen Irby, right there. But great coverage by Fairfield Prep. There was nothing Mark Montano could have done. That would have been a loss anyway, because if he does throw it out of bounds, probably leads to an intentional grounding. So right there, great job by the Fairfield Prep. They did bring a blitz as well, and the blitz paid off. So that's what you're seeing right now, and North Haven is in a tough situation right from the start.
3rd and long, possible another pass situation here. Oh, 2nd down and long, my bad. Zach Orth with a far run. He's got the first down and a little extra. Gets to the 45-yard line on a nice run there. 15 yards.
And that's just a huge run, running on the edges right there. And Fairfield Prep has no, I mean, so far we have seen with the big guy Mastriani of Fairfield Prep, no answers for him. They don't have any answers for Zach Orth right now, specifically running in the edges right now. So just a great start from Zach Orth as well, and a huge run as well. So great blocking overall by the North Haven Indians, and Coach Agnell has got to love what he's seeing so far from an Indian team.
And we got a flag. Looks like there might have been encroachment against Fairfield Prep, moving it 5 yards up for North Haven. Let's see. It could be. Let's see what they flag it. Yes, it's offsides against Fairfield Prep.
Offsides against Fairfield Prep.
And North Haven will take anything they can get. 5 free yards like that puts them in a nice 1st and 5. Hey, Coach Agnello loves those type of situations. He'll take it any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Liam Duffy charged with the penalty there as he jumped right over the ball. Like, see, when you're a defensive tackle or a center, I just don't get how you make those penalties.
It just, hey, sometimes it happens. The pros do it. The college players do it. They all do it all the time. It sometimes happens.
Handoff goes to Brockamer.
Kevin Brockamer.
Close to the first down.
And he's close to the first down. Let's see where they mark it. I think he's got it. Yeah, already signaled first down, so a 10-yard run for Devin Brockamer.
Well, they ran the misdirection right there. It looked like Zach Worth or Mike Montano running both towards the same way. Kind of confused the Jesuits' defense, giving it to the little guy, Devin Brockamer. And the misdirection works, pays off for a nice first down for the Indians. So, hey, this is what they continue to do. They're going to wear and tear. They're going to ground and pound. They're going to tire you out. And the clock has always been North Haven's best friend, and that's what they're going to do.
Time for one more play. Possibly. Let's see if they can get it off. They do not. Actually, they're going to let him play it out. Montano breaks free to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Mark Montano from 45 yards out.
I didn't know. I thought, if I'm a Fairfield Prep coach, I'm a little wondering just because it did hit triple zeros. They can't challenge it. It's going to stand as a touchdown for the Indians, but that was a very, very close call right there. Mark Montano is putting a stamp in this game right now. As Zach Worth did last week, it is now Mark Montano who is carrying the load for the North Haven Indians, and Fairfield Prep in the past 2 drives have no answer for Mark Montano in the North Haven run game.
The extra point is no good, wide right. So like you said, this could be a factor in the game.
This might play a factor, and Coach Agnella might have to start seriously considering, do we go for 2, or do they bring the backup in like they did last week?
13-7, North Haven takes the lead. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
Heading into the second quarter, a last-second touchdown.
It was like a buzzer beater.
A buzzer beater. Mark Montano, they somehow snapped the ball off just before the end of the quarter. They get the lead 13-7. Now, they're just because the clock on the scoreboard hit triple zeros does not necessarily mean that was triple zero.
That's exactly what I thought. Once I saw the zero, I was like, okay, they're going to call it, but surprisingly, they let it go. I don't know how that's going to, maybe how that affects for the rest of the game, too, going forward, because, hey, there's no challenges in high school football. Let's see how Fairfield Prep handles this, giving up 13 straight points right now. Let's see how the offense comes back.
Returned at the 24-yard line to the 40-yard line. So North Haven not doing a great job on special teams, allowing some good field position for Fairfield Prep.
Usually we're talking about North Haven with the good field position, but it's the Jesuits of Fairfield Prep so far who's had great field position. They start off the first drive of the game, getting almost to midfield or past midfield, and now this one, another right to the 40-yard line. So the special teams of North Haven, overall, the kicking game, they missed the extra point. What does Sags do with that going forward as well? Does he go for 2, or does he find his backup like he did last week? And also, you're seeing big holes open up, and Fairfield Prep's taking advantage, and now the big guy is once again in. So let's see how the North Haven defense handles Mastriani.
First down. Handoff goes to Mastroni. They stuff him behind the line of scrimmage, but he's able to push out a couple yards. So still, at least they stopped him, but he still was able to manage a couple yards on the run.
Do you expect a big guy like him to go backwards? I don't expect a guy like him to go back. He's a strong back. He's a big, powerful back. Look at his legs. He's a monster. He's 6'3". I wish I was 6'3". That's what great backs do. They always try to get as many yards as they can and help his team, and that's what he did right there. At North Haven, great job, the defensive line, of coming down the line and making the play, but just Mastrioni doing what he does best.
Second down, handoff to Mastroni. Gets to the 45 near midfield to the 47.
Yeah,
and it'll be third and short.
They faked the motion right there, try to catch North Haven off guard, but they feed it back to the big guy, and they're gonna continue to feed him because North Haven continues to have no answer for him. So if I'm Fairfield Prep's head coach, I'm giving it to number 9 for the rest of the game until North Haven has an answer. And this is another big third down, 3rd and 2. I don't know, maybe this is 2-down territory for Fairfield Prep.
Handoff again to Mastroni. Tries to get around the edge. He has the first down to midfield, and that's all he'll get. Need about 5 or 6 Indians to get at Mastroni before he's even hit.
Well, if you looked at the play, they brought both backers through the A-gaps, but it looked like the backers were just going. They didn't even look and be patiently waiting for where Mastriani, where's going to go. and you saw that he bounced it outside a little for the first down, and they brought the blitz. That's what they wanted to do, but they should have been more patient and waited to see where the big guy goes. Maybe they stopped him, but Fairfield Prep continues to hold on to the ball.
They spell out Mastroni. We have two running backs behind the line of scrimmage in shotgun formation. Handoff goes up the middle to the 45 and 44-yard line.
And you're going to deal with a lot of different types of backs, whereas Mastrioni is the big power back, and you're going to have Connor Coyle. You're going to have all these, like we said, the plethora of backs that Fairfield Prep has had. You're going to have to deal with all these different types of backs as well.
2nd and 5 on the 5-yard carry there. Justin Keith was the carry on first down. Same formation with two wide receivers on the near side, empty on the far side. Handoff again to Justin Keith, hit behind the line of scrimmage, breaks free, and he's going to break free for a touchdown. It looked like he hit his own guy at the line of scrimmage and managed to run a touchdown for 44 yards.
Well, that's because North Haven's defensive line got the push. They got back in. They got to the backfield. And just a great play by number 34 right there of bouncing it off of his own his own player right there, finding a hole. And just right now, it's North Haven. Both teams don't have answers for these run games. I told you in the pregame which offensive line and which defensive line were going to be better suited for their team to be successful tonight. And right now, there's a toss-up. You don't know.
Extra point by Boot is good. So Fairfield Prep takes the lead with the extra point. North Haven missing their extra point earlier in this game. So a 1-point game here in the second quarter.
Just my final point. The special teams is already being a huge factor in this game with the score and the field position as well for the North Haven Indians and both Fairfield Prep.
So heading into this next drive for North Haven, and if they are to score a touchdown, now the question needs to be asked.
What do you do?
Do they go for two from here on out? At least you got to go for two to make it a 7-point game again.
Or do you go with your backup kicker? That's the question. That's a big-time question right now. Also, Fairfield Prep's done a great job in the special teams coverage, and you're not seeing North Haven get great field position where you have seen from previous games. They've been usually winning the field position battle, whereas Prep is winning it tonight so far. And you could see right now it should be a 14-14 game, but the special teams is having a huge impact on this game.
So special teams right now a factor, 1-point factor now as we get set to kick things off. 9:21 to go in the second quarter. Another squib kick. This one goes deep and will be returned. Gets to the 25, 30, 35, dropped at the 36-yard line. Mark Montano continuing his great senior day there with great return.
Now you know why teams don't want to kick the ball to him. Just like that. Great field position to start. If number 6 is getting the ball, good things usually happen. And that's why they continue to try to squib it. They just had a little unlucky bounce right there and it went to number 6. He found the hole, got the big yardage that he needed, and a good start for the North Haven Indians.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Things are moving around here. On 1st and 10, they finally set. Ball is on the ground, or able to maintain the snap and actually gain about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
That's just, that's just great awareness of Zach Orth of keeping an eye on the ball. I mean, you never know. That could have been disastrous from the start, but a great job by Zach Orth of being aware of holding the ball. And yeah, they got 4 or 5 yards from a play that looked like it was going to be maybe negative 2 or 3 yards. And Zach Orth, just great awareness and just held onto the ball, followed his blocks, and got some positive yards for the Indians. They'll take it.
2nd and 6. High snap again. Montano gets it this time. Breaks through the hole. He dives for the first down across midfield.
You know what that's called when a player runs like that? Running the ladder. And that's exactly what he did. They are taught in North Haven, I remember because I was a running back, they always run this drill. When they're running, you always run down like this. You grab the ground just for moments like this, and that's what they did. And he got a first down from it, running the ladder. So great job by Mark Montano so far.
1st and 10 after the run by Montano. Give him 8 yards on that run. Past midfield to the 49-yard line. Direct snap. Ball's on the ground. Diving on it. And Fairfield Prep signaling they got the ball. And they got it. A huge mistake there. Noah Pastor puts it on the ground. Fairfield Prep takes over.
And we talked about it 2 plays before. They lose the ball, but they get a lucky break right there to catch the ball. This time, not so lucky. And this is trouble, miscommunication, trouble holding on to the ball right there. And Fairfield Prep is in a great position right now, great field position, looking to go up. Another touchdown right now, and the Indians really in a big hole right now. How will their defense step up playing with the short field against them?
Now, Trevor, we've seen on that last play very bad snaps there. Is this nerves with the center being a senior? Is it nerves, or is it the cold that's affecting the hands?
It could be the
mix?
cold. It could be a combination of both. I think it maybe could be more the cold. The ball is very hard and solid, where you have not a great grip, and you just saw right there from the 2 times in that drive.
Hand off the middle to Keith. Goes into the second level. Zach Orth there with the tackle.
And we're really going to see from here on out, I mean, especially specifically this drive, what the North Haven defense is really made of with the short field against them. How will they answer from the turnover right here? This is going to be a huge test from here on out for the game. I know there's 8 minutes left in the second quarter, but still, you don't want to be going down 21-13 right now with all the momentum in favor of the Jesuits.
2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. Keith again up the middle, and he has the first down, so the chains continue to move.
Well, he saw all the linemen down on the ground and being a great back. Hurdle. They pulled a little hurdle, jumped over him. He saw the big being able to just jump over right there for the first down. And like I said, the run games of both teams, the only thing that's stopping him is a turnover from the North Haven Indians. Other than that, neither team has really had any answers for these running games. It's just North Haven is in the tough predicament, right, of trying to stop this Jesuits running attack, and has no answer so far through this first half.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation with 2 running backs each side. And we have a flag on the play before the snap. Delay of game against Fairfield Prep, so that goes back 5 yards.
And the 2 penalties we've seen, we saw a false start back in earlier, what ended up becoming a turnover for the Indians with the interception. And now with this, that's a big play. Just like that, 2 big penalties. You don't know. All that can change completely the whole game with 1 little penalty.
So now 1st and 15 from the 40-yard line. Just over 7 minutes to go here until the half. Fairfield Prep leading 14-13. Snap, hand off the middle. Keith finds a hole and is hit just before the original line of scrimmage.
Well, there was nothing there where he was originally trying to go into the hole, but being very patient and open and saw the hole open up, he cut back right there and gained some positive yards back. I believe he got back to the line of scrimmage as well. So Prep is in now a more manageable 2nd and 10. So great job by the running back of Jesuits.
Picking up the tackle there is Zach Orth, who is playing in his senior night here tonight as well. 2nd and 11 from the 36. Shotgun formation, 2 wides out. Hand off to Mastroni. Passes a tackler and takes 5 Indians there. He'll be short of the first down. Gain of 10 for Mastroni.
Well, North Haven had him in the backfield. They also went for the legs. It just, Mastroni, which just continues to churn and continues to just be the power back that he is. He must lift all the time, because they have no answer for him. He continues to just keep moving forward. And Prep is in it now, definitely in a 3rd and 1. This is definitely where they want to be. And North Haven just really has their backs up against the wall right now. Let's see how they handle this 3rd and 1.
Mastroni again, first down, finds a hole, and nice block there, nice tackle, preventing a touchdown. But it will be 1st and goal for Fairfield Prep.
And that was just a huge hole. It was a zone read right there, and nobody was in the area for the North Haven Indians. It was if he had some breakaway speed right there, we're talking about another touchdown for the big guy. But luckily, a nice saving tackle by Mark Montano. But that hole was huge right there, and Fairfield Prep is starting to really take control of this ground game, and they are exploiting the North Haven defensive line and the defensive secondary and unit as a whole right now.
1st and goal from the 3. Handoff. Mastroni finally stopped at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the most successful defensive plays against the big guy when running. This is what they're going to have to do it 3 more times as well. Or 2 more times, I believe.
2nd and goal.
I don't expect.
Mastroni out on this play. Justin Keith is behind center. I formation for Fairfield Prep. Handoff to Keith. In the end zone for a touchdown.
He just followed his blocker right there. The fullback opened the hole for him. Great block right there. And another touchdown for the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. Right now, no answer for this North Haven defense to at least slow down the rushing attack of the Jesuits right now. And you're seeing it. You haven't seen many passes in this game. I believe North Haven has more passes than them. I believe Fairfield Prep maybe has 1 attempt in this game, and it's the interception. Every other play has been a run, and North Haven has no answer so far through this game.
Boot with the extra point and puts it through the upright. So it's an 8-point game with 4.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
Four and a half to go here in the 2nd quarter. Fairfield Prep answers with a 3-yard touchdown run from Keith. And another squib kick here as we get set for another drive for North Haven. Ball on the ground, eventually picked up, dodging a tackle. Ball's on the ground, still loose. Let's see who has it. And it looks like North Haven was able to maintain this one. A fumble lost. So 2 turnovers in this game. Fairfield Prep with a fumble recovery led to their touchdown. And North Haven, an interception leading to their touchdown. So turnovers are a factor in this game.
Majority of the time, the team that has more turnovers loses the game. The turnover battle is huge in this game. It's right back at even now with the 1 pick and the 1 fumble as well. So almost a huge break right there from the Indians right there.
1st and 10 from the 24. Orth spins around and gets a couple yards on the play, about 4 total.
I think Zach Worth could have made that a bigger run. I think he was a little patient. He tried to go up the middle, didn't see it. If he just saw just a quicker, he had a hole open that he could have really got through and made a huge, huge play for the North Haven Indians.
2nd and 6. Snap, run up the middle. Montano diving for the first down, and he's got it.
And that's what you want to see. You want to continue to see the heart. You want to continue to see the fight. And that's what Mark Montano is going to bring. The senior captain, you know he ain't going out losing like this. He wants to continue to win. He wants to continue to play this season. And the Indians got to be inspired by that. That's what you got to continue to see. And right there, that was the 48 play, as they like to run. And it was a successful run right there. So you want to continue to see improvement with the running game. And Coach Agnella has to be happy with the start of this drive.
Misdirection, and no misdirection whatsoever for Fairfield Prep as they're behind the line of scrimmage, forcing a loss of yardage on the play. Brockemer, the carrier there, as he loses 3.
Yeah, that was stuffed from the start. I mean, there was no holes. The offensive line got beat right off from the start. Great job by the defensive line, the Fairfield Prep Jesuits right there. And you could see by the long, I believe it's now 2nd and 13, where North Haven does not like to be in these situations. Let's see if they decide to go to a passing game, which you really haven't seen from the Indians in the past 2 weeks.
Going around the edges, Montano finds a hole, gets to the 35, and dropped to the 37-yard line, so crossing the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 8.
And that was a design, I believe, 8 or I believe 9 hole. The blocker tried to bounce the guy outside, but maybe almost bounced him too far outside for Mark Montano to get around. And he got positive yards. He continues to fight. He continues to get positive yards. And that's what you want to see from your senior leader right there. So we'll see what right here. This is a big third down for both teams.
Movement at the line of scrimmage. No flag on the play. Montano gets the carry. Gets to the 40.
Now this is a tough situation. It's fourth down right now. It's about 4th and 4. Do you continue to do you punt the ball right now and see if you can have any answers for this rushing attack of Fairfield Prep?
So Stephen Irby is out. They will punt. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th and 4. They're not going to take any chances here. Pin Fairfield Prep at least further in the field position. Already down 8 points. It's a high punt, but not a far punt. And it bounces in Fairfield Prep's advantage and eventually picked up at the 39-yard line. So both teams with 2 timeouts here with 90 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Well, this might help now North Haven because you haven't seen Prep throw the ball all the time. The only time they threw the ball was the pick. So now for Prep, do they decide to continue to run the ball knowing that they can make this a 2-possession game going into the half, or are they going to throw the football? This is a huge drive, more for North Haven for obvious reasons, but it is a huge drive for Prep to go up 2 scores going into half. So we'll have to see right here. Do they decide to pass the ball is the big question.
As I see right now, it looks like Mastroni is out, but Keith is in. Both running backs have given North Haven headaches tonight in the running game. 1st and 10. Flag on the play on the snap. It's a pass deep, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Chris Duffy. Let's see what the flag was. It was on the line of scrimmage, so I don't know if someone was in the neutral zone or if it's against Fairfield Prep for a legal procedure. Looks like they're going to North Haven to see what they want to do. Illegal procedure against Fairfield Prep. They take the loss of down, so decline the penalty, make it 2nd and 10.
They did have a man, though. They sold the run fake perfectly right there, and that's what happens when your run game is being very successful throughout the game. They're going to fall for the run fake, and that's what they did. And they had a man over the top with no safety help, just overthrown, but it would have never mattered anyway with the penalty.
2nd and 10, 1:33 to go. Keith gets the handoff. He hasn't been touched, and he's got the first down. Finally touched there and pushed out of bounds. That is not what you want to do on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, number 23, they ran the zone read right there. Number 23 came too far upfield, and you could see when he went down, it was an easy play for Keith right there to run around the defender right there. So that was just a bad play on number 23's part of the North Haven Indians, and they exploited that right there by Prep.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Keith picking up about 15 yards on the run. Handoff here goes to number 21. Finds a hole. Montano able to bring him down, but they get the first down. They are a gain of 13.
Yeah, Coach Agnella really needs to start. They really need to just get to half right now, making this an 8-point game, because right now they have no answer for the rushing attack of the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. They continue to get 5 to 6 to plus 10 yards, chunks of yards each and every run, and the North Haven Indians look like they're starting to get tired right now. The safety, Mark Montano, has to come down. When the safety's coming down and making the play, there's a problem right there, and that's just great blocking by Fairfield Prep so far throughout this half.
Still plenty of time for Fairfield Prep, under a minute now with 2 timeouts. They're throwing. They're going to throw this one deep, and it's incomplete. Montano defends the play, but it was overthrown anyway.
Yeah, they tried to catch him off guard, maybe with the motion again, to see if the safeties come up and bite on the run fake, but they didn't. Mark Montano staying home as well. So that's a win for North Haven. Overthrown by Fairfield Prep. Still 34 seconds left. Plenty of time for Fairfield Prep to really go into the half with all the momentum on their side.
2nd and 10. 33 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Fairfield Prep already leading by 8. Would love to tack on here with another touchdown.
Or maybe they could try to get into field goal range and make this an 11-point game going into the half as well.
Hand off to 21. Trying to get around the edge, and a great great contain there by the defensive backs, and only a gain of maybe 1 on the play, if anything, and a timeout is called to stop the clock with 20 seconds.
And the main reason why, like you just said, the reason why number 21 had to cut back inside is because 23 stayed in his lane, stayed in pursuit, and didn't lose, and didn't over-contain right there. He stayed in his zone right there and had to force him back inside, and you saw that he slipped right there. So 3rd and 8, big 3rd and 8 for the Indians, a big 3rd and 8 for the Jesuits right there. Let's see what Coach Velarde designs up coming in after the timeout.
And join us at halftime. We'll go over the halftime stats here and what North Haven has to do to get back into this game down 8, and could be more here as we get to 3rd down. And
this is a massive play. This is a massive play for both teams going forward in this game. We'll see what Coach Velarde designed after coming out of the timeout.
North Haven actually catching a little bit of a break as Fairfield Prep called a timeout, so that's their second. Trips formation. Lucas drops back. Has pressure. Chamberlain trying to get there, but he can't. He's pushed out of bounds, so a great defensive play for North Haven, forcing 4th down.
That's a great job right there by the coverage right there. Didn't fall for it. You saw number 13 running the real route. I think that was who he was ideally trying to go to. Ended up coming. You saw him open at the end of the play, but it was too late from there. The reason why Will Lucas running, trying to get as many yards as he can to try to get in field goal range, but great coverage right there, staying home, not falling for anything different. But the wheel route was the main target for his first option in that play. But so a great job by North Haven, and that's a win. Don't know what, maybe Fairfield Prep decides to go for it. I mean, they are at the 29.
It looks like they are. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 7.
Might as well. There's 15 seconds left. It's 4th and 7.
Again, trips formation. Lucas drops back, looks to throw, has pressure. Take it out of the pocket. They're chasing him out. Throws, passes complete. And it is a 1st down for Fairfield Prep with 5 seconds left.
And you saw all 3 of them going straight. One did a post, one did a fly, and one, I think, who ended up being the intended receiver was the comeback route. So a great job of coming back, and Will Lucas being the great runner that he is, coming out of the pocket, saw the blitz, saw the pressure, I should say, no blitzing right there. Great job by North Haven, almost getting the sack, but Will Lucas being the quarterback, the mobile quarterback that he is, getting outside of the pocket, making the great throw on the run, and the great catch, and also getting solid yards as well. Big play from the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. Do they decide to go to a field goal right now, or do they go for the touchdown right now? It looks like they're going to go for the field goal, so this is a big play for the North Haven Indians defense right now.
So this is where the special teams again come into play, where Fairfield Prep has a kicker that can hit these, where North Haven have been struggling just on extra points. Henry Boot. The kick is blocked! It's blocked! Montano dives on it! Still on the ground and eventually picked up there, so a huge block kick for North Haven to end the half.
That is huge overall, just because the North Haven Indians get the ball back coming out of the half right now. Huge momentum swing right there. Fairfield Prep goes up 24-13. Really, that might have put a damper in North Haven's first half, but with the block, you're going into half only down 8. Even though you haven't played great defensively, you find a way to get the ball back and possibly go in to the half with momentum on your side now, and possibly going to try to tie the game coming out of the half.
North Haven gets the ball back when we come back in the second half, but when we take a short break, we'll get some out-of-town scores, we'll get the first half stats, and the keys to the second half. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
At the half, North Haven trailing Fairfield Prep 21-13. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys here. And although it's only an 8-point game, Fairfield Prep might have the momentum here in the second half.
Dominated. They've dominated through the first 24 minutes of this game by just doing a simple thing. And we're usually talking about North Haven doing this. Now the roles are reversed. It's North Haven trying to stop this rushing attack of Fairfield Prep. And plain and simple, my friend, they have no answer right now. They are literally having their own way. And North Haven, that's huge. Like I said, going before the end of the half or the second quarter, that block kick was huge. And we don't know how North Haven will respond to that and how Prep will respond to that, especially making it with the way Prep has dominated so far in the first 24 minutes.
Now, one thing you got to say positively for North Haven is Mark Montano is definitely making his senior night worth it. 2 touchdowns, one for 44 yards, one for 20 yards out.
Yep.
He has an interception in this game, almost recovered the block kick. And if he was able to pick it up, that's another touchdown. We're talking about possibly a 1-point game or a tie game here.
Oh, yeah.
North Haven gets the ball back in the second half. What do you do with North Haven on this first drive in the second half?
I mean, the same thing that I said with Fairfield Prep. They don't have any answer for North Haven's rushing attack. That's the thing. North Haven has had great success. It's just the fumble that really changed this game. It's only that one fumble that why they're up 8 points right now. If that's not the case, we're talking about just a 14-13 game. I think the bigger issue that we're not talking about, and I probably think you're going to, is the special teams right now. The special teams overall from North Haven does not look good right now. They missed the extra point. It should be 21-14 right now, and they are getting exploited with the lanes and the big holes, and you're seeing by the good field position of Fairfield Prep so far.
Now, as you all know, if you're watching on Facebook Live right now, you can comment, you can like, you can hit the little heart button.
You say happy birthday to me.
You can say happy birthday to Trevor.
It is my birthday.
I do have my cell phone here, so I'm looking at the comments right now. A lot of people are liking it, a lot of people are viewing it, a lot of people are commenting. So we thank you all for that. And if you want to talk about what North Haven has to do in the second half, put it in the comments.
What do you think they got to do? I want to ask you.
Listen,
from what you've seen, I know.
From what I see here, trying to reverse the roles here. North Haven, continue to give the ball to Mark Montano.
Yep.
Zach Orth, you got to get him more involved. I think they're not using him as much as you would like. The passing game is going to be non-existent, as we all know. The special teams definitely is a big factor in this game.
Yes.
You either have to make a decision in the second half. Do you trust the kicker to make the extra points, or do you go for 2 from here on out?
That's true. Or do you bring the backup in like they did last week? It's very simple. North Haven, with the way that Fairfield Prep has dominated through this first 24 minutes, they should be up right now 21-0. But they haven't been able to stop North Haven's rushing attack, and North Haven has been able to stop Fairfield Prep's rushing attack. It's who's going to give. Which defense is going to make that one stop? Right now, it's Fairfield Prep, and you're seeing by the scoreboard so far.
The other thing you have to worry about here for North Haven is they do not have an answer for Anthony Mastroni or Justin Keith. Both of them are doing really well in the running game. Both of them are very close to 100 yards. Keith has a touchdown. Mastroni has a touchdown. Both have had big runs, big holes, and it's just a size difference right now where you see North Haven, they don't have those 6'3" juggernauts like Mastroni.
I wish I was 6'3". He is a monster. He looks like a man amongst boys right now. And I keep telling you, a guy like him, a big running back like him, you have to hit him down here. You can't be hitting him up here. He will run you over. He'll make your night a bad night. He'll just make it a bad night for you. You have to continue to try to hit him low. That's all you can do. But right now, they have no answer for him, and they don't have overall this rushing attack of Fairfield Prep, and it's showing through the first 20 minutes of why Fairfield Prep is winning this game. And even though the turnover battle, they both have 1 turnover, so that's not the factor. It's also the special teams.
Again, North Haven is trailing 21-13. They do get the ball back in the second half. You did get a couple of birthday wishes on Facebook Live, by the way. Keep those coming. Keep your comments coming here on Facebook Live. If you're going to be watching this on the post on NHTV, we thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
And of course, when we come back, we'll get some out-of-town scores revealing the Class L standings.
And we're going to be a lot warmer.
And we'll be a lot warmer. So stick around. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers,
Forget Me Not, full-service flower shop.
HB Communications. And North Haven Funeral Home.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, there is a found wallet that is at the snack bar. So if you have misplaced your wallet, we have recovered it. So please see the officer at near the snack bar, and they will return it. Thank you.
At the half, 21-13 is the score. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys as we get set for the second half of play. We did try to get some out-of-town scores, and the only one that we had that affects North Haven directly is Bunnell, one of the teams that are tied with them in the standings in the win-loss column. They are beating Newtown on the road with a score of 19-0. Shelton also, how they affect both of Fairfield Prep and North Haven as they beat both these teams. They are up in their game against Notre Dame 27-0. And here we are at the half, North Haven trailing 21-13 in a big game for both teams in their respected standings, where Fairfield Prep in their Class LL, North Haven in Class L. North Haven trying to hold on to that 7 seed. If Bunnell wins, which right now looks like they will, they can leap North Haven. If North Haven loses, as they will fall with 3 losses. Bunnell currently at 6-2 with North Haven. There's some other games going on. If we find out those scores there, we'll let you know. Trevor,
Yes,
I know. I mean, the best thing about high school football, playing it at least, is that there's no out-of-town scoreboards anywhere for you to pay attention to like there are in the NFL and college.
Yep.
So that's definitely a plus for North Haven. They can definitely focus on this game.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it at the half on the field that Mastroni and Keith are going to be huge for Fairfield Prep here in the second half. I mean, my strategy for Fairfield Prep in the second half offensively is just keep giving the ball to 34 and 9.
Don't change anything up.
That's the only thing. Kill the clock, give it to 34, give it to 9, and that's it. North Haven has no answer for them yet.
They don't, but that's the thing. Prep doesn't have an answer for North Haven as well. It's just that one turnover, like I said at the halftime, that it's just that one turnover that separates this from being, it should be a tie game in the first place, but overall, they have no answer right now. Let's see what North Haven, specifically Coach Velarde, the defensive coordinator, game plans for the second half. Does he throw some more blitzes? You got to just come after them. They're going to run the football. They're not going to do anything different. They're going to continue for the first 24 minutes. They continue to run the football, and North Haven had no answer. They're going to continue it for the next 24 minutes. It's how will North Haven respond with the big block punt before the half? How will they respond right now offensively? I expect them to feed the ball to Mark Montano. I expect them to feed the ball to Zach Orth. Those are the 2 guys that really get this offense going. The offensive line's doing their job. The key, I think, the biggest key for me is the defensive line of North Haven. The presence of North Haven's D. Can they get in the backfield and make plays? Can they get off their blocks? And can they tackle, specifically the big guy? And that's pretty much it. There's nothing different from what we're going to see in the first. Nothing's going to change. Like you said, Fairfield Prep's going to do the same thing. North Haven's going to do the same thing. It's which team is going to stop the other team from getting in the end zone. And right now, both teams, there's no answer. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Now, with North Haven trailing by 8, getting the ball in the second half to start off, is it a must-score drive?
Right now, this drive for the rest of yes, I think so, yes, because of the ability of Fairfield Prep to just, they've had so much success, they were going to go right down and seem like and score possibly, but North Haven gets the block field goal, but makes a big stop too as well. So yes, this drive could set up for the rest of the second half. If North Haven doesn't go in and score, they get a 3-and-out right now. Fairfield Prep comes in and scores. This game can be really, really tough for North Haven because they're going to be put in situations where they're going to have to throw the ball, and North Haven is not throwing the football. So this drive, to answer your question, yes, is huge for the North Haven Indians going forward.
We get set here for the third quarter of action. Montano and Brockamer back deep. It's another squib kick. That actually might have hit someone at the front of the kickoff. And North Haven able to dive on it at the 33-yard line. So decent field position for North Haven to start off here.
You'll take it. They've had the worst of the field position of the two teams so far tonight. Usually we're talking about North Haven with always being advantaged because of the field position. Right now, you haven't seen that so far. Prep is getting better field position, but North Haven starts off in a pretty manageable at the 35, close to the 35-yard line. So let's see what we see right now from the North Haven offense and what Coach Sagnella has game plan coming into the second half.
1st and 10 for North Haven. It's a direct snap to Zach Orth. Not much there.
But you're going to have to feed him. I know it's not pretty. It's not 20 yards or so, but you're going to have to feed him. He's one of the catalysts of this offense. If he doesn't get the ball, they're going to have major problems right now. They need Zach Orth to keep going. You're going to have to feed him the ball. Continue to feed him the ball. Not the start you wanted for the first play, but hey, it's a couple yards. It's 3 yards. Let's see what they do right here.
2nd and 7. Direct snap up the middle, crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 3. I'd like to thank everybody for watching on Facebook Live. Last time I checked the stats, over 1,000 viewers here in the first half alone. So thank you very much for that.
Thanks for the love, guys.
And of course, we love to see your comments, liking, hearting, sharing, all that fun stuff.
And saying happy birthday to Trev, right?
Nobody cares. No, they care. 3rd down.
I know.
Zach Orth trying to go around the edge. Has a first down. A little extra. Trying to break through, but Mastroni able to dive on there. And a player is down, but able to... Oh, he's having trouble getting up.
But that was a great job by Zach Orth. And there is actually another player. I don't know if that's Zach. That might be Zach Orth as well.
We have a couple injuries on the field. Let's see here. One was number 43, and the other could be Zach Orth.
And you saw one of the players coming, really telling him to get out there. I don't know if this is a serious thing, but this would be a huge, devastating blow for the North Haven Indians if Zach Orth goes down. But a great run overall. That's been one of the most successful runs of the North Haven Indians is that 9-hole. You continue to see the holes open up, and Zach Orth with a big first down for the Indians. You just hope he can get up right here. This would be a huge loss for the North Haven Indians going forward.
The other player that was Vinny DePalma. He is able to get up. Zach Orth is limping off the field.
And you never want to see that when your coaches are carrying you off. You never want to see a sign like that. You hope he could get back into this game as soon as possible. You know they're going to check up on him. But this could be a huge blow for the North Haven Indians.
We'll see if we can get updates here throughout the night on Zach Orth. He was limping when he first was walking off the field, but able to get a little bit more power on that right side.
Let me tell you, ankle injuries, they're not fun. I've had plenty of ankle injuries. They're not fun. They hurt. Have you ever had an ankle injury?
Not playing sports.
Like doing something else?
Montano takes the snap, and he's going east-west instead of north-south there and loses a yard on the play.
Well, look.
And some extracurricular hitting outside, out of bounds. No flags on the play, though.
Well, you look like, at first, he was looking like he was going to throw the ball. I don't know if he tried to sell the run fake, but there was nothing from the start right there. That's just great job of Fairfield Prep selling the edge right there and shutting down the edge as well. Not a good job of blocking right there. Stephen Irby looked lost as well. Mark Montano tried to, I know you said go try north and south, but there was nothing there, and you got to give the credit to Fairfield Prep's defense right there.
So a loss. Well, actually, they maintained to stay at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Direct snap to Montano. Finds a nice hole there and gets to the past the 40, still pushing, and they got the first down.
And that's because of the second effort by Mark Montano, but also his teammates coming in and helping him out. That's what you want to see from your linemen and the big guys up there. But great job. You really saw that was going to be a design play outside, running probably the 49, but Mark Montano really saw a hole open up right from the start. And the back that he is, the vision that he has, cutting it upfield and getting a huge first down for the North Haven Indians. This is definitely the drive that Coach Agnello wants to see right now.
Stephen Irby and Jack Clapp, the tight ends, with the block there as Montano takes the carry on first down. He gets to the 30-yard line, so a gain of 5 on the play.
As long as you continue, did you say 5 yards? As long as you can continue to get 4 to 5 yards a pop from this North Haven offense, they will take it any day of the week. They love seeing positive yards like this, and it's more manageable. 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6s. They'll take those better than the 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11, the 2nd and 12. So you're really starting to see, like I said, Fairfield Prep, no answer right now. The North Haven Indians offensive line starting to take control right now. Let's see how Fairfield Prep handles this adversity.
Pastor is in the game with Montano. Last time Pastor had the ball, he has the ball now. He lost a fumble earlier in this game, able to get some yards. Forward progress will bring him just short of the first down marker.
Just short of the first down of the play.
So it'll be 3rd and about 1, maybe 2. Is it 4-down territory here for North Haven?
Yes, without question, yes. You're inside the 30-yard line on a 3rd and 1, absolutely. This is without question. Coach Agnella is keeping his boys in, and if they can't get a yard in 2 downs, then, especially with this type of offense, then there's a problem, and you know Coach Agnella is going to have a massive problem with it.
Pastor with Montano. Snap goes to Montana. We have a flag on the play. False start on North Haven.
And this is definitely not what Agnello wants to see. A 3rd and 6, I know it's a manageable 3rd and 6, but still, 3rd and 1, you just don't want to see that.
Third and 6 now.
And you
from
just
the 31-yard line.
And you just hate to see a penalty like that because everything is working right now. Everything's in flow right now. And you kind of have a little setback right there, a little bump in the road, and it kind of just screws things up right there. But North Haven, 3rd and 6, it's a manageable 3rd and 6 as well.
Montano looks to throw. He's being pressured, breaks out of a sack, holding on to himself to the 30, 25. He's got the first down. Talk about something out of nothing.
What did that look like? Who did that look like to you? It looked like a Russell Wilson play. I mean, they had him in the backfield. You look guaranteed that Prep was going to get the sack. They were going to get the ball back and possibly take control of the rest of this game. For Mark Montano, the will that he just showed, it could be a play that really turns this game around. Little plays like that can turn a game around just like that, and that is a huge, huge play for the North Haven Indians.
Montano gets a direct snap, breaks through the hole, gets to the 2nd level, and about 7 yards on first down. A great run there for Montano.
Let me tell you, he's having one heck of a game tonight. He's putting his team on his shoulders and trying to lead them to the promised land right now, and he's doing everything he can. You can continue to see the runs that he is. He's continuing to get positive yards, grinding it out, and you got to give credit to him, man. He is one heck of a back. He looked like he got actually hurt. I think he just fell to the, I don't know if he's out of breath right now, Montano, but he is out right now.
Seamus Meehan comes in for Montano. Pastor gets a direct snap. Trying to go up the middle. Can't find the hole, but maybe tiptoed close to the first down marker.
See, if was that Pastor? You said Pastor. If Pastor just is a little more patient, I think he was too quick to make the decision right there. If he waits and holds off, you could see him bounce outside the tackle right there for a huge play and possibly a touchdown. He just had to have a little more patience right there.
Brockamer comes in for Seamus Meehan. So 3rd and inches. Brockamer goes outside, fakes inside, and gets the first down.
He looked, at first it looked like he was a little confused because he looked like he was going to try to bounce it outside, didn't see anything, and then maybe it was just the fake that he sold. It was a perfect run fake, or he sold the outside fake right there, but great job of coming back inside, bouncing it in for the first down. And North Haven really, like I said, really grinding it out right now, wasting that clock. It's just the key is, what are we going to see if they do get in the end zone? Are they going to kick the ball? Are they going to go with the 2?
North Haven halfway into this false start right there.
And that's the second penalty of this drive, and they are setting themselves back. They're shooting themselves in the foot right now. They're really starting to flow. The offense is really starting to move and gel together, and you get a little penalty like that, and it's just not what you want to see. And Sagnella, cannot be happy right now.
That's a senior Matthew Beal with the false start there at the end of the line, and that's huge. First and goal now from the 15-yard line. And as you were mentioning, it's an 8-point game, so I would expect North Haven to go for 2 to tie this up. Montano gets the handoff and gets it back to the 10-yard line.
So I would definitely think if North Haven if North Haven does get in the end zone, I would expect them to go for 2. But they have to get in the end zone. They keep having these little setbacks, these little penalties that are really shooting themselves in the foot. Let's see what they do here. It's a second down. Do they catch them off guard with a little play-action pass, maybe like they did last week when they threw it over to Stephen Irby for the big play? Let's see if they kind of catch them off guard. They've been running the ball. I don't think they've thrown the ball all drive so far.
They looked to pass it earlier in the drive, but Montano took that something out of nothing to get the first down.
True.
Montano does not get the snap. It goes to De Palma, trying to keep his feet moving.
Never went down.
So it's inside the just before the 5-yard line. So 3rd and goal at the 6.
I mean, he kept fighting, kept trying to get as many yards as he could. You got to give him that. That was a warrior. That was like a run from like Marshawn Lynch. Never went down, but this is a big 3rd down. I definitely believe this is 2-down territory right now. What does North Haven have up their sleeves right now? Do they catch him off guard, or are they going to continue to run the football?
3rd and goal. Snap to Montano. Has a wide open hole, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
When it matters most, big-time players make big-time plays and big-time moments, and that was a big-time moment, and a big-time player just made a huge play. Mark Montano doing what he does best, and that's getting in the end zone, being the great back that he is in the SEC. Seeing the hole, looked like he was going to do it again, bounce outside, but he continues. The middle of the field has really been wide open. You're seeing these holes open up, and that's got to give the credit to both offensive lines right now, and Mark Montano, the great back that he is, gets in the end zone. So here's the first time we get to see what does North Haven decide to do now. I believe they're going to go for 2. It's just, what are they going to go for? What are they going to do?
So they are huddling up to go for 2. Mark Montano having a fantasy football kind of day.
Seriously.
15 carries, over 100 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They go for 2 here. Montano looks to pass. He's got the man open. He's got the conversion.
What did I say? Catch him off guard with a nice little pass to Stephen Irby right there, and that's what they did. They sell the run fake. What a play call by Coach Sagnella. The North Haven Indians, the momentum is fully back on their side, and my friend, we got a ball game. And this is huge. Now, how does North Haven come back, and how does Fairfield Prep handle this? It's been a back-and-forth game.
Not only that, the amount of time that was killed on the clock there, nearly 8 minutes, almost 2/3 of this 3rd quarter, already taken out with the first drive by North Haven.
And you know Coach Agnella is happy about that. He's loving what he saw right there from that drive. Tried to have one pass play, and it was Mark Montano, a design pass play, Mark Montano doing his little Russell Wilson-esque type play right there. But guess what? They caught him off guard with the tight end corner in the end zone, Stephen Irby. That's where they had the touchdown last week in the big play against Foreign. So that's one of their favorite plays, when they try to catch him off guard with the run fake, and how successful it's been so far with that drive. Catch him off guard, Stephen Irby, we got a tie game, my friend.
4:11 to go in the 3rd quarter.
You can't beat this.
No.
SEC football, it's 30 degrees. It's my birthday. What a game. This has been such a great game.
And this one will be returned to the 20, 25, and that's about it right there.
And you're starting to see now, the more the momentum now is all on North Haven right now, whereas Fairfield Prep has had great field position throughout this game. That's one of their, I believe that's probably the worst start of field position of this game so far. So great job by North Haven staying in their lanes and not over pursuing, losing contain. Great job of tackling as well. Let's see how North Haven's defense comes back after the long drive and what the offensive side did. Let's see what the defense of the North Haven Indians do.
1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And again, we talked about it. They need to find an answer for Justin Keith and Anthony Mastroni. And I think the answer is just leave them off the field and kill as much clock as possible so that they're not
playing. Clock is a man's best friend sometimes.
1st and 10, there's a handoff. Trying to get the run outside to Walton. And about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get inside, but nice job defense of really shutting down the A-gap right there and then making him bounce outside. I know he got a couple yards, but hey, you'll take that, especially with the way Fairfield Prep has had great success throughout this game. You'll take it. So it's a great start right now by the defense. Let's see how it continues or progresses throughout this drive as well for the Indians and for the Jesuits.
2nd and 8. Ball on the ground. Trying to take him up the middle, and Lucas is going to break free from all that. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. He's only got one man to beat. He think he got him. Touchdown. What a play by Will Lucas.
You can't even make that up. It looked like a fumble. It looked like his knee was almost down at the start of the play. North Haven, it looks like they were almost waiting for him to pick up the ball and then go get him. They should have been flying to the ball right there. That's just that's like you can hear the coach in the background right now. That's one of the craziest plays you'll see all year right there. A bobbled snap leads to a long touchdown, and right there, Fairfield Prep Jesuits just take the momentum right back from the Indians.
69 yards makes Fairfield Prep. Gives them the lead, 27-21.
That's crazy. You can't even write that up. Well, what type of play that just happened like that? That is a crazy, crazy play.
Henry Boot makes the extra point, and with that, we'll take a break. 28-21. It has been a action-packed third quarter. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
And the kickoff here to start play in the third quarter will be returned by Brockamer and gets it to the 37-yard line. So North Haven again needs to answer back because Fairfield Prep is not gonna go down quietly.
And you just said it, Michael. This has been a crazy, crazy third quarter right there. North Haven has a long drive. Prep only less than a minute. This has been crazy right now. You got 14 points all together just like that. The momentum swings in this game have been amazing right now. I mean, North Haven goes down, gets a long drive, scores, ties the game, and then Prep with the botch snap goes for a long touchdown. Let's see how North Haven now handles the adversity of being down by 7.
Pastor gets the snap, goes up the middle, and gets 6, maybe 7 yards and some little extracurricular activity afterwards. And I'm looking at the North Haven bench right now, and it still looks like Zach Orth is still there.
Yeah, it looks like Pastor, number 31, is going to have a huge impact on this game from here on out now due to the injury impact of Zach Orth. And we would love to get a full detail of what's going to be on the latest with him as well and see how that might affect North Haven's offensive game plan.
Montano gets the first down, crosses midfield, still on his feet. He's got 4 or 5 Jesuits on him. He's got 2 Indians on him, and he's still going past the 40-yard line.
Michael, we're seeing literally an instant classic right now. This has been one of the best games. I think me and you have, I think, other than that one playoff game that we did, this has been one of the best games I think we've ever got to see at Mike Vandercourt Field. It's been back and forth action. Mark Montano's will is incredible. He continues to get yards, but it's not even just the great yardage that he gets. It's the after rushing that he continues to move forward and not go down. And it's amazing what you're seeing right now from both teams.
Misdirection handoff to Brockemer. He's just short of the first down. It looked like he could have broke free for a touchdown.
Exactly. You just said it right. Looked like he could have broke loose right there and made this a 28-27 game right now. But the hole was open there. Great blocking right there. The misdirection, the counter play. Hasn't had great success tonight, and that's one of their better runs from the counter right there. And Devin Brockemer, the quick, tough, hard-nosed runner that he is, great run right there, and another first down, or close to a first down. So we're starting to see North Haven really starting to flow again, just like we did in the first drive.
Direct snap, goes to the near side. That's Pastor. It finds a hole. He's got the first down and past the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm making a future prediction right now. Whoever has the ball last in this game, I think is going to win this game, because I don't think the defensive coordinator, I think the defenses right now have no answers for both rushing attacks. You're seeing North Haven down 28-21. They give up the big play, and the way they give up the big play, and they're coming back like nothing ever happened. They're going right down, and after 3 or 4 plays right now, they're going right down, and looks like they might be going in to score and tie this game going into the fourth quarter.
1st and 10. Montano finds a wide open hole. Still on his feet. He's still moving. He takes down the official.
The ref better get out of the way. Mark Montano is on a mission tonight, and whoever's in his way is getting knocked down. So ask that referee how he's feeling too. It's amazing what I'm seeing right now. Mark Montano, just an unbelievable game overall. What he's doing single-handedly right now, specifically because of what Zach Ward's injury impact right now. Mark Montano is single-handedly leading this Indians rushing attack right now.
1st and goal. Montano gets inside the 5. 2nd and goal.
As long as they continue to get positive yards and get closer to the end zone, they'll take it. Prep's defense is getting tired. You continue to see it. They have no answer. And the reason why North Haven's run game is doing so well so far is because they're feeding off of the energy and the will that their senior captain, Mark Montano, is showing with each and every run that he gets the ball. And that's why they're having such great success. All the runners right now.
Pastor, and again, at the buzzer, they score another touchdown.
Are you kidding me right now? What is going on with this game? This is crazy. We got 2 buzzer beaters. We got a box snap for a touchdown. This is crazy. This is madness. Where's JR when you need him? My God, man. My God, man. This is madness. Now, this is going to be huge right now. Down 28-27. Coaches, I don't know how confident Coach Agnell is right now in this decision, but time will tell. I think he's going to come in and hit this and drill it right now.
DiCarlo will try the extra point to tie this up at 28. We are at the end of the 3rd quarter. Montana will be the holder. Good hold. The kick is blocked, so again, the extra points are killing North Haven.
Well, that's not on his part. That's just on a great job of rushing the kick. And that's what happens. You've seen 2 block kicks in this game. You've seen touchdowns. You've seen block kicks. You've seen not many turnovers. This game has been crazy. It's had all of it. I'm excited for another 12 minutes of this. But North Haven needs a big stop right now.
Fairfield Prep 28, North Haven 27. North Haven High School football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
28-27, Fairfield Prep holds on to the lead after blocking the extra point from Chase DiCarlo.
This is madness, Michael. This is madness right now.
I've never seen a high school football game like this. And the kickoff is blocked or dropped. And this is the first time they actually kick deep. And it goes to the 24-yard line. And a player is slow to get up, but it looks like he's holding his chest, so he might have got the wind knocked out of him, but it looks like he'll be okay.
I'm telling you, Michael, this has been, I don't know what to expect from this next 12 minutes. Or 11:55 to be exact. This has been one of the craziest high school football games that I've ever seen. I've been in some crazy games, but I think this is one of the crazy games I've ever been a part of or seen. And right now, it's anybody's ball game right now. This is a toss-up. It's who wants this game more. It's going to come down to the will of who wants it more. Is the defense of North Haven going to make a stop? Is Fairfield Prep's defense going to make a stop? That's the question. Who wants it more, and who has the more heart for the rest of this game?
Lucas is dropped behind the line of scrimmage, so a loss of a couple yards there, and some breaking news right now with Zach Orth. I think he is out for the game. He is waiting for extra help on the bench. He got up from the bench, is right now standing with help. Yeah, you see him right there, number 33.
He's also with the senior captain, Corbin Bacora, as well, so that's going to be huge going forward in the next 11 and a half minutes. But right on that previous play, Will Lucas probably should have gave it off to the guy in motion right there. He had more of a successful play if he gives it off, but he decides to keep it, just like he's going to here.
Another hit behind the line of scrimmage, and North Haven doing a great job with these couple of quarterback draws here. And, this is also a big part with Zach Orth being out of this game. That's their leading tackler.
And he's their middle backer. He's the leader of that defense. So who's in right now for the middle linebacker position has huge shoes to fill right now because of the leadership and the ability of Zach Orth to make plays in the backfield, cause turnovers, and just be the leader. And really, everybody goes off of his play. So with him out, it's going to be huge. And you're seeing how this defensive line specifically is responding to the adversity and the injury of their senior leader, Zach Orth.
Pirelli is the man that's filling in for Orth. Pass deep. He's got a beat, but it's overthrown again. Once again, Fairfield Prep had the man beat, but Lucas can't get the pass in.
Well, they had man-to-man coverage right there, basic man-to-man coverage right there. There was no safety help as well, so they had a one-on-one coverage right there. He had him beat. He did have him beat. Just overthrow right there. And North Haven, 3 and out, just like that. I don't think we've seen a 3 and out from the Fairfield Prep team tonight. I don't think
from either team, really. This is the first.
This is, I think, one or two punts we've seen altogether tonight. So, North Haven, great job by the defense of getting out a 3 and out and going to get the ball back. Now, how will Fairfield Prep respond to being able to stop the rushing attack of the North Haven Indians?
It's a high punt, but line drive. Montano almost gets by the tackler, but he
nice tackle right there. That's just a nice tackle right there by number 4, Fairfield Prep. You never know. He could have got probably past midfield and got into great field position for the North Haven Indians.
Henry Houghton, I believe, was number 4 there. Finn Duran.
And that was one of the guys that we really haven't talked about a lot because he was one of those plethora of backs that we have talked about of the Fairfield Prep coming into this game, and you really haven't heard his name tonight, other than the recent call you just made.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line, North Haven trailing by 1 with 10:14 to go. Man in motion. It's a direct snap going up the middle. That's Pastor. And he gets 5 yards on the play.
And now with the breaking news that you just told us in the previous drive of Zach Orth, it's going to be now Pastor who's going to have the burden of being the main carrier with these type of runs other than Mark Montano. So let's see how he handles that opportunity as well now.
2nd and 5 from the 49-yard line. And you see Fairfield Prep heading under that tent to stay warm on this windy, cold, wintry-like night. And it's Montano breaking through. He's got the first down, staying on his feet, carrying him to the 25-yard line. First down and a little extra.
A little extra right there too, Michael. I love the enthusiasm. That's just see, his will is getting you going. It's just amazing. You should be, if you're not excited by what Mark Montano is physically doing as a leader right now for this team, if this doesn't inspire you, then you shouldn't be playing in this game right now. He is literally carrying this team to the promised land. He's trying to win this game. But yes, Fairfield Prep did have in the backfield, they brought the blitz, but just a great job by Mark Montano overall.
Another direct snap, this one to Brockemer. Brockemer gets inside the 15-yard line, another first down for the Indians.
They're just continuing to feed off of number 6 right now. With the way he's running the football and the way that he will just not go down and his never say die attitude right now, it's feeding off of his teammates right now, and it's showing right now that Fairfield Prep is really just has no answer. They're getting tired, and North Haven, you got to give credit to Mark Montano because he has led this team in the second half.
Montano gets a direct snap inside the 10 and is dropped to the 5.
I mean, he should have been about maybe at the 8-yard line, but he just continued to find a way to get more positive yards. It's amazing what I'm seeing from Mark Montano. This is an absolute gutsy performance from him. He is doing it all right now, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. It's just incredible what he's doing tonight.
2nd and goal from the 5. Pastor is the man behind center with Montano. Pastor gets the snap, goes to the near side, trying to dive for the end zone. He's just short.
And even Mark Montano, you didn't see that play, Mark Montano putting his shoulder down and making the block for his runner right there. That's just, he's doing everything. It's not even just the running. It's the defensive leadership that he's showing as well, getting the one pick, but just everybody revolving around him and feeding off of his energy right now, and you continue to see it. Whether it's him getting the ball, whether it's him blocking, whether it's him passing, receiving, playing defense, he is doing everything, and it's showing by the effort that you've seen in the second half by the Indians.
There's the direct snap to Pastor. Can he get into the end zone? No.
I would, if I was the case, I would have just jumped over. I mean, you're at the 1-yard line. I'm jumping over right there.
The question is, does Pastor have the vertical ability to do such?
I know I don't have the vertical ability, but I'm still doing it. I'm throwing my body out there. I don't care. I want to win this game. It's coming down to crunch time now. We got close to 7 minutes left. It's crunch time now. You got to just give it all you got. Leave it all on the field. Don't have, like I said in pregame, don't have any what ifs.
Montano gets the direct snap. He dives in, touchdown! Number 4 for Mark Montano gives North Haven their first lead of the night with over 7 minutes to go.
Now, what are they going to do? They're obviously going for 2 because they are down. They're up 33-28. Mark Montano, what did I just say before? I don't have the vertical ability that he just showed. I mean, I know that, but he continued. Amazing. What a performance tonight. It's one of the best performances, I think, other than his brother, his older brother. He's doing a heck of a job. The team overall, defensively, offensively, special teams, and coaching right now in this second half. We're completely seeing a new North Haven team in the second half, and this is awesome. You might see a timeout right now. There looks like a little confusion right now.
No, they got the playoff, so
it's just, can they get it off in time? Maybe do they catch him off guard again? Maybe throw to Stephen Irby in the corner of the end zone. This is a huge play.
Montano goes up the middle. He's got the 2-point conversion. This has been one of the greatest high school game performances I've ever seen on Mike Vanacore Field.
Other than his brother, yes.
Mark Montano is having an unbelievable game and is carrying this team.
It's not even the stats. The stats are nice, but it's just everything else that's coming with it. It's his runs that he continues to grind and chip away, and the team is just feeding off of their senior captain with his never say die attitude. You gotta love it.
7:07 to go. North Haven leads 35-28. Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications,
This has definitely been a game that you can watch on demand after it's over. Here's the return for Fairfield Prep. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he gets just shy of the 40-yard line. So good field position for Fairfield Prep. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys, as we are seeing one that you're going to keep watching over and over again. And you'll be able to watch that on North Haven's Facebook page, North Haven's YouTube page, and North Haven's Vimeo page.
I understand now why this game has been so good. It's because it's on my birthday. It's been a great day. It's my 25th birthday. I'm getting to see North Haven right now and Prep in an instant classic in the SEC right now. It's been a great day. It's been a great game. I'm looking forward to this next 7 minutes. This is a drive of the game for both teams.
1st and 10. Handoff goes to Keith. Breaks a couple tackles and gets about 5 yards on the play. So one thing that I've noticed here in the second half is Mastroni has not even been involved in the offense.
Well, they've only been on, I think, 2 or 3 drives. And one of the plays was the long touchdown. They were only in for under a minute. And then the last drive was a 3-and-out. So...
But even he's not even lined up. He's not lined up here either.
I know it is very strange right now because he's had such great success. They had no answer for him in the first half.
Trying to get him by the line of scrimmage. He got him.
What a play right there. This team is just feeding right now. They're hungry. You're just starting to believe now. The Indians are starting to believe now. And you got to give the credit to, like I said, Mark Montano, because of his leadership. That defense right there, flying to the ball, doing what they do best, to try getting off their blockers and making plays in the backfield. And Prep right now is in a tough situation right now. A huge 3rd down for both teams.
Third and 7 after the tackle for a loss by Nick Dodge. Shotgun formation with 2 wide receivers on the near side. Handoff goes up the middle. Finds an open hole. Keith gets the 1st down and crosses midfield.
I mean, they shut down the big guy for one of them. I mean, you haven't seen him at all almost throughout the second half offensively. Now it's just 34 of Prep, who is just continuing to have great success. And North Haven, kind of like how Prep doesn't have an answer for Mark Montano, they don't have an answer for 34 Prep.
5.5 to go now. North Haven with their first lead of the night after the 4th touchdown by Mark Montano. Shotgun formation. Ball at the 49-yard line as a man in motion. Another handoff up the middle. They clog up the gap there and stop them for 2, maybe 3 yards.
And that's just trying to run through the A-gap right there, and the defensive line just getting the better push right there, and you're seeing with the result right there. It's who's gonna execute their plays better, who's gonna make the plays when needed most. We're getting down, really, you're seeing it's under 5 minutes now, Michael. This game is getting into crunch time. It's who's going to make the play for their team to be successful. And right now, Fairfield Prep has had success with the running game. Are they going to be able to pass the ball as well, though?
2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line. Another handoff up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Piled up just short of the 1st down marker. He'll get maybe 4 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and manageable here for Fairfield Prep. I wouldn't be surprised if they go with a play action pass.
On this play, no. I mean, it's 3rd and, I believe, 3rd and 3 right now, 3rd and 4, manageable. I'm running the football. I mean, they don't have any answer for Justin Keith right now.
I understand that.
He continues to grind off, and here comes the big guy finally, which now maybe...
Now you're indicating it's going to be a run up the middle.
You're almost indicating pretty much that it's going to be the big guy, that he's going to get the ball. Or maybe they catch him off guard. That's the thing. They want you to believe that they're going to catch him off guard, giving him the ball.
Low snap, ball on the ground, and he stopped him. Stephen Irby is there.
And they were going to the big guy, I guess. I don't know, miscommunication right there on Mastroni and Will Lucas as well. Big play for North Haven right now. Huge stop. Just a miscommunication on Prep's part. And luckily, Stephen Irby, kind of like the botch snap that ended up going for a touchdown. That's what I want to see from that play. But Stephen Irby comes in, makes the big play, and it looks like from the thing that what we're trying to see, crowd's getting into it. both crowds are getting into it. It looks like Prep is actually going to go for it.
They're going for it here, and I don't know if we got a camera on the bench right now, but the defensive coach, Coach Velarde, was going absolutely nuts on that third down play.
Coach V. Gotta love Coach V's enthusiasm. I love him. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. The energy that he brings, I love it. He'll always be one of my favorites. He's my type of coach.
Take a timeout here with 3 minutes to go. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
Playoff hopes on the line here at senior night. 4th and 7. Fairfield Prep, shotgun formation. Mastroni is in the game. Snap. Lucas looks to throw. He's got the man, but he's overthrown. Is there a flag on the play? No flags on the play. North Haven takes over on downs.
It almost looked like the refs didn't know what to do. They looked at each other. They looked like they were going to throw it. The back judge looked like he was going to throw it. He looked to the side judge, and the side judge was like, they didn't know what to do. It almost looked like they were going to throw it. They ended up not. Huge break for the Indians, overthrown. Most of Will Lucas's throws tonight have been overthrown, and you saw that by the recent throw as well. It looks like when they threw the ball, the cold has played a huge factor. Maybe it definitely has to be the wind as well. It's been very windy, but North Haven with 3 minutes left gets the ball back, and now the clock is their best friend. They're going to do what they do best, and that's run the football and try to get out of here with a 35-28 great win.
North Haven leading by 7 with 2:52 to go. Fairfield Prep still has 2 timeouts left. 1st and 10. Direct snap going up the middle. Pastor goes nowhere on 1st down.
And you also got to watch out. It just saw by one of the players of Prep. They're going to be going for that ball. So you got to hold on to that ball as tight as you can, like your life depended on it. Hold on to that ball because they're going for it. No success right there. They shut down the A-gap right there. Great job by the Fairfield Prep defensive line, which you haven't seen much success so far through the second half. I got it. This is what North Haven has to do. It's very simple. They just probably called a timeout, or no, they haven't. Give the ball to number 6. Plain and simple, give him the ball. He's led you so far. Don't stop. Give him the ball.
2nd and 10. Pastor with the first carry. Now Montano. He's got the 1st down to the 40-yard line. That could clinch it.
What did I just say? If you want to win this game, you give the ball to number 6. You give it to your playmakers, your best players, and this is the guy that has carried him. Look at the emotion that he's been showing throughout this game, his leadership. It's amazing what I've seen from Mark Montano. Feed him the ball. That's what he wants. As you just saw, he just pulled a Zeke. He just did the Zeke thing. Give him the ball, and that's what just happened. A huge 1st down, and now Prep is going to have to start calling some timeouts.
Under 2 minutes to go. North Haven in Fairfield Prep territory. 1st and 10. Fairfield Prep trying to stack the box, and Montano still able to get to the 2nd level.
Doesn't matter. You'll take positive yards any day of the week of that, especially North Haven. 2nd and now 5, manageable. They're going to call the timeout, or they're not. Prep is not going to call the timeout. They're going to wait after this play to call the timeout, but this is what North Haven wanted. A huge 5-yard run right there by Mark Montano. You'll take anything right now, and the positive yards, huge run by Mark Montano, the last 2 runs.
Now, if North Haven does not convert here on 2nd down, is 3rd down, is it a 2-down situation?
It depends. We'll see what happens on this play.
Montano.
And that's the game.
He's got the 1st down. We don't need to worry
You don't
about
have
it
to answer
anyway.
no question. Mark Montano. Unbelievable what I've seen. It's just amazing. Look.
Zach Worth and Corbin Bacor, 2 players out right now with injury, hugging each other on the bench. A great shot there by a cameraman.
Unbelievable. Amazing. It's just an amazing amazing game, Michael, to be a part of. It was an incredible game. This has been one of my favorite games I've seen in a long time. I mean, this is probably the best game I've seen all year. Better than the pros. This has been a lot better than the pros that I've seen. Unbelievable from Mark Montano. Amazing job second half from the North Haven Indians. Coaching staff should be proud. The fans should be proud. I know I'm proud. I hope you're proud because guess what? The North Haven Indians, huge win. Great job.
Timeout is called by Fairfield Prep. And as some of the coaches are descending from the top of the press box here, we're congratulating them. A great night here on senior night. North Haven comes from behind to beat a 7-1 Fairfield Prep team. There's the victory formation. There's the knee from Mark Montano, who had possibly a Hall of Fame caliber game tonight.
Whoa, Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame caliber
Is this
game.
better than... Is this the best game you've seen since his brother? Are you
Pretty
saying?
close. I mean, I think the game you're referring to is when Mark Montano scored 5 touchdowns in a game.
Mike
Montano. My apologies. Mike Montano.
It's okay.
He scored 5 touchdowns in a game.
Yep. It's just, I think this game is one of the best games I've, specifically for Mark Montano, just because of his will and his attitude throughout this game. They were down a lot. They were down throughout this whole game. Prep dominated the first half of this game. Second half, they came back. They got the big botch snap for the touchdown. North Haven comes right down. It's just a show of what this player did tonight, and that was Mark Montano's leadership skills. Unbelievable job. The crowd's happy. The team is happy. This is a huge win for the North Haven Indians going forward now.
So with that, North Haven has basically clinched a spot in the Class L playoffs.
I believe so. I almost think it's almost certain.
They own all the tiebreakers. They just get another 180 points in the tiebreaker.
Well, they gotta beat Amity. They gotta beat Amity.
They still have to beat Amity. They still have to beat Amity, so it's not officially a lock, but
Prep is also in this situation. We're not even talking about Prep. They are 7-2 now, but still, they play West Haven on Thanksgiving, who's also in the battle for a playoff position too. So that's going to be a huge game for both teams. Unbelievable game, though, from both teams. This was, like I said, this is going to be your typical SEC game. A bloodbath, running the football, amazing on both sides of the ball. When I talk about running the football, both teams had no answer. It's just North Haven made the play. I thought this game was going to come down to whoever had the ball last was going to win the game. Fairfield Prep had the ball last. North Haven's defense came up big when it mattered most. And you see, by just Mark Montano's amazing ability to will his team to victory. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable game.
And not only that, they do it in a game where they lose their leading tackler on defense, one of their big runners in the game, Zach Orth,
one of their best players.
One of their best players to an ankle injury. Mark Montano, that is where it was really the turning point because he just took the team, carried them on his back, and brought them to this 35-28 victory.
Unbelievable.
We're going to take a short break, head back to the field, and freeze our butts off for the last couple minutes for final thoughts here. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.
again, the final score, 35-28. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keynes. What a game here tonight.
Just look.
You're seeing the party behind us right now. Just an emotional game, Trevor.
They're partying like it's 1969. I mean, the North Haven Indians, they're back in the playoffs. Michael, it was such a pleasure to do this game and commentate with you doing this game. This is one of the best games I think we've ever seen, if not the best game we've ever seen, just because it had everything. It had excitement. And look at this. Just look around. I mean, we're commentating right now. Everybody's all smiles right now. This is all smiles. They're going to the state playoffs. They just look so happy. I'm happy. I'm an alum. You're happy. We're happy people tonight. This is a great birthday present for me, to say the least. This is a great birthday present. The North Haven Indians, one hell of a victory tonight.
And not only that, the player of the game, Mark Montano.
Is there anybody else?
To add frosting to the cake, Coach, Mr. Tedeschi, the band leader here,
He was directing it.
he let Mark Montano conduct the alma mater at the end of this game. We're going to try and see if we could grab a couple of coaches and players here.
If we could try to get a coach or not, but this Mark Montano, unbelievable. His will, his leadership, his never say die attitude was amazing. It fed off with the rest of the team for the second half, and you could see this team was down. They were getting dominated most of this first half. They came back and put up an excellent second half. Defensively, special teams, coaching, and offensively, their rushing attack was a beast, and Fairfield Prep had no answers for them.
So what is the next step here for North Haven? Of course, Amity is the next step. Thanksgiving on the road.
You said it, Michael.
Win, you're in.
You said it. Focus. Look, enjoy this one. They deserve to enjoy this one. I know it's a little cold. They might not be enjoying too much. Maybe enjoying at the friend's house or something. But enjoy this one. This is a good program victory. You're going to the playoffs. I know Coach Agnelli, usually they like to have a couple days off. But once that week starts to go, come next Sunday, it's preparation for Amity. It's Thanksgiving week. They have to do their job. They can't let this game get too big in their heads. Win on Thanksgiving and you're in. Do your job and it's over with. And you're in. But if you lose, like I just said, it might be over with. But you have to do your job. Enjoy this one though. Savor this one. This is a big win for the program of North Haven. But when it comes back to Amity, come next Sunday, it's time for the Spartans.
Again, from Mike Vandercourt Field,
What a
senior
game.
night,
What a game.
an instant classic. You can watch this one on YouTube on NHTV. You can watch it on Vimeo through NHTV.
You can watch it through Keys to the City. I'll share it on Keys to the City. You could share it on your page as well.
Yep,
It's going to be all over the place.
The North Haven High School football Facebook page.
Yep.
On demand on the North Haven Facebook page. You're definitely going to watch this. If you only saw part of it, if you saw the whole thing and want to rewatch it, or you're going to be hearing the buzz throughout North Haven High School come Monday morning, you are definitely going to want to watch this game. Trevor?
It's been a heck of a year, my friend.
It's been a fun year.
It's been a fun year.
We'll be doing this again next year.
I wish we were doing it for the Amity game. I wish we were doing it for our state playoff game. But you know what? What a year it was. A great birthday send-off for me. A great birthday present for the North Haven Indians with a big victory. Michael, it was my pleasure. NHTV, you guys are the best. Thank you for everything. It's been a great year, to say the
Special
least.
thanks to the NHTV crew, Rob Boldo directing, cameraman Henry Pond, Doug Sisson, all the interns that help out here at North Haven Television.
You guys are the best.
My name is Michael Valenti. One last time for
Before I go, I also want to say Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Marine Corps birthday, too, as well. We got to celebrate our veterans. We love our veterans. Thank you for everything you do. I had to get that out. Thank you. Happy Veterans Day. Everybody have a great weekend. Michael, send us off.
From everyone here at NHTV for 2017, congratulations to the North Haven Indians winning here at senior night. So long from Mike Vandercourt Field.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, HB Communications, and North Haven Funeral Home.